Well, we apologize, but due to a family event, Mama Gross had to cancel at the last moment. However, we have a wonderful show planned for you tonight, so just stick around and see who's going to be here.
Hey guys, it's Andrea from VW Family Farm, and I know y'all are probably sick of just seeing me on these videos, but Ben has been working a lot, like 7 days a week, lots and lots of hours a day. The kids and I have had to do everything. We've had to do all the YouTube videos ourselves, and I'm not complaining. He works hard and does a great job, but we're kind of just sick of being by ourselves and ready for him to be back home. So,
I'm back!
Ben, you take the first one. What does VW Family Farm stand for? We've had that a lot. So what's the V and W? And we've been called the last 2 times on a Free 90 Free Friday, the people making the video to say, hey, go check them out, have called us VFW. We are not VFW. We're not associated with VFW. We are VW.
And that stands for our last name is the V and who we inherited all the land from. My grandpa, he worked his rear off for this land, and my grandma, love you, Granny.
Granny watches these videos too, so hi, Granny. We love you.
They sacrificed everything. I mean, I've heard stories about it, but anyway, the W comes from the last name of my grandpa.
Yes. So, let's just jump right in and tell a little bit of the story.
And of course, it's a family farm.
Yep, VW Family Farm has agreed to be with us here this evening. So we're going to have an open discussion about their farm, some of their future farm projects, what they have going on and coming up. We're going to talk about their latest cattle venture, among other things. The rest of the livestock all over their property, and they have a lot of it, folks, believe me. We'll also talk about their gardens, the greenhouses. Let's talk a little bit with Andrea about being frugal, which is one of her favorite subjects to talk about. So in doing that, we'll also talk about the family, their kids. They have a couple wonderful children. See what the future holds for them. And then we'll also recap the Shindig, which is probably the largest meetup ever held in the country. So the stream will start about 8:55 tonight. Show starts at 9 o'clock. Don't be late. We will see you then.
Can you hear me now? Nope.
Test 1, 2.
Yes, Broussard. I'm going mime. Nope.
Yes.
No sound. Oh,
Yes.
now yes.
Yes.
They can hear you.
They can hear you too.
Can they hear me?
Yes, they can hear you.
My sister says yes. Well, if my sisters can hear, anyone can. I'm sorry, Linda. I didn't mean that. That's my real sister in there. Just so you folks know, Linda Reich is my real by blood sister, older sister. Wait, it's my only sister. It's my only,
Older, you
it's
gonna
my
throw that
only
out there?
sister. Okay, you've heard enough about me.
Well, you just explain to these folks. I got this all set up. We had emergency guests.
Yeah. Daryl, we got home at 5:15 this morning. He decided to drive all night again from Arkansas. That was fun. The only one that slept the entire way was Smudge. So we got home, got some sleep. He got out the laptop to at least put a promo together for our original guest. And we heard from her late this afternoon that some issues came up, and we understand, and we had to, quick find somebody else. And I just looked at Daryl and I go, VW Family Farm. I mean, it had to be. Recap for the Shindig, we just got home, and he called Ben. I said, isn't Ben working? Well, yeah, but I'm calling him anyway. Okay. And he answered. And guess who's here tonight? VW Family Farm. And we can hear him this time. Let's bring them out. They've heard enough about
They
it.
can't hear you though.
Daryl, this thing needs tightened. There we go. Okay. There we go. Second choice.
Yeah.
There
We'll
they
take second
are.
place.
Andrea and Ben. You folks did an awesome job for this. And I know it was stressful. There is no doubt in my mind. But I already hit them up and asked them if we're starting to plan for the second annual. And the answer was they are.
Wow.
And they're going bigger the next time.
Yeah, I heard it's going to be live for a week.
Wait, I may need help get my heart back started.
Me too.
Yes, they
Wow,
do.
I'm
They
amazed
do
at
have
all the
hair
people in
left.
this chat. There's so many in this chat. That's awesome.
You got it on slow mode too.
Let me make sure it is. Yes, it is. It is on slow mode.
Yeah, it is.
Yep. So if you have questions, make sure they're put in all caps. He was getting so many massages. Yeah, just a few. He was loved on just a little bit. We did get someone that I apparently didn't care for having the dog right there at the doorway. Wondering about what if people are scared of dogs or allergic. Well, considering the amount of animals in the building, they would have been sunk no matter what. And for Smudge wasn't right at the door. I was sitting right in the middle of our table, so I never kept him at the door because I didn't want kids tripping over him or him scaring any little ones. But
He was very well behaved, though.
he was
Rocky
very
Brook.
well behaved.
Rocky Brook, yes, we are going to the Spring Planting Festival next month, and we are actually speaking.
We're very excited. We feel very honored that they asked. We're not
qualified.
experienced speakers, but we're just really excited that they asked us to come. So, someone asked if we got an exact count. 690 people signed in, but a lot of people
I didn't sign in.
didn't sign in, or like none of the vendors, I'm sure, signed in, and
I did.
a lot of people didn't sign in thinking that they just weren't getting in the door prizes, so they just walked on in. They were fine with not getting the door prizes, I guess, so they didn't sign in. So I'm going to say there were several hundred more than what signed in. I don't know for sure.
We're just going to say it's over 700.
Daryl, is that my?
I know.
Because I'm on the side. Go ahead, Andrea.
Tableful in the Woods jumped in there and did parking for us, which we really appreciate.
Yep.
And they parked cars until the parking lot was full. And then they just said, well, they can find a spot when someone pulls out of the lines we've already made. And it was a huge parking lot.
And thank you very much.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
Yeah, country girl, neither did I. But my door prize was, spending time with everyone and
Yes.
and making new friends and family members. I mean, there's nothing that can beat getting those 3D hugs.
Now, your door prize was actually almost getting thrown in the mud.
Two family actually came over to our farm the first night they got here Wednesday night, and Ben about dumped them in the mud on the.
On
We
the
took
side
them,
to side.
took them on a mule ride.
And
I saw the look on Andrea's face when she was holding onto the bar, and I'm thinking,
Yeah.
okay, I'm done for. We
She
had a
said, I
blast.
don't wash.
Yeah, Sherry was just being so nice, saying it's okay, and I'm like, no, really,
I can wash, big deal. I wash off rather nicely. Thank you very much.
Oh, Allison, did you make it home? Probably not.
Yeah, I think she was pretty close to home earlier.
Oh, it was awesome meeting Allison. She is just the mild
Yeah.
mannered Lois Lane. Gosh.
She is our third.
Correct.
She is the kid's third grandma now.
They claimed her as that, Allison. I hope that's okay.
I've done told her, and she said that actually she ran the numbers, and it's possible she could be their grandma.
Okay, well, they were talking about her today, and I'm saying Grandma Allison, and they started cracking up because they just decided that on their own.
Mm.
Well, Allison and I figured out through our conversations prior to us even getting there, and then
That's good.
on her drive there, that, good Lord, we may be related somehow. Talk about weird.
She's got 7 more hours.
Talk about weird. Oh, she's in Pennsylvania. Okay.
She drove 23 hours to get here.
25.
Mm-hmm.
25.
Yes.
But she got lost one time.
Slept part of the way in the car. Camped.
Yeah, I told her that she has to download that Waze program because whatever she was using just wasn't taking her where she
Yeah.
was supposed to. Yes, country girl, you got to meet her before any of us. Oh.
We were out there to welcome her in, though, in the middle of the night. At
Yeah,
the
she
Best
was.
Western.
That was a late night too.
Oh, but that was fun.
It was fun.
And the road to Jess and Maya's, oh my goodness. Pitch black. No, I mean, this is definitely country. No street lights, anything. And the roads are pitch black and obviously blacktop. And the drop-offs are right there. And,
Yeah.
you have this
Oh.
big, humongous 4x4 truck that you're driving. And then there's another one coming at you. And it's like, okay, who's going to move over? Yeah.
They are literally in the middle of nowhere out there.
Yeah, you're not
I
out
see.
in the boonies like they are.
Jim and I's got a cross hanging in from her mirror made from my mom. She got there.
Oh,
that's
All
nice.
that, all the money off of the crosses that was raised went straight to our church.
That's very nice. Denise Gemini Homestead, if you didn't know, she's my second daughter.
Yeah, I seen
I
that.
saw the
Yeah.
picture. That
Yeah, did you? Yeah.
pretty crazy.
We found that out in Mississippi. We sitting here at dinner time the last night we were there, and I'm staring at her and we're chatting away, and I'm just staring at her thinking, why does she look familiar? And it hit me. Oh my gosh, that's my daughter. And I took out my phone and got a
Yeah.
picture of Karen, and Denise looked at her and she said, it is. It was crazy.
We're about 40 minutes from reaching refuge.
Yeah, Sunshine Farm asked how far.
I want to see the chat blow up here in just a second. I want to know what everybody's favorite thing from the Shindig was. What was the best thing?
Well, my best thing was the people. My voice is kind of cracking today because I talked all day long. But that was the best part to me, was just hearing everybody's story, putting a face with a YouTube name. Some people would tell me their name, and then I would think of their YouTube name. And so, like, we know each other by YouTube names, not first and last name.
Yep.
So that was the best part to me, was just hugging and,
Kira said people and Quail.
yeah.
Meeting the people. Oh, it was amazing. And that
I found
was
my
one,
people.
huh?
Jeff Bobblehead said, I found my people.
That is correct. We found our people.
Yeah, single dad homesteading. All the kids. Yes.
Yeah.
All the
Oh, man.
kids,
Hats off to you.
kids running wild in the building.
Yeah. They had a
Loma
good
Acres.
time.
Yes, they did. And the one Keto Family Homestead, they did the balloons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a godsend for those little ones.
Yeah. Every time the balloons would pop, though, it scared me every single time. Margie's in here. She said hers was Bobblehead Live asking everybody questions.
Yeah, he did a great job. That's one thing we failed at. Man, we did horrible at blogging while we were
Yeah.
there.
Okay. Grammy Karen said Raylan just loved the balloon. Is Grammy Karen Stivers'
Yes.
grandma?
Uh-huh. That is.
Okay.
Yeah, she changed her name.
Hello.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep, that is who she is. Ray was just adorable. When they came over to the camper on Friday, yeah, because they came over to the building and helped put the chairs up over there.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, the look on her face when Smudge kissed her. Oh Lord. Yeah, she got drooled
She got
on.
smudged.
She got smudged. She sure did. Yeah, we need to do a shirt with that. Oh
Yeah.
Lord.
Her and Elin, single dad homestead daughter. Oh, they were too cute.
Oh yeah, and they were best buddies right away.
Yeah.
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 We
yeah.
personally want to thank each and every one of y'all that came, taking time out of your weekend. Man, y'all made this shindig
We all
amazing.
made it.
Yeah.
I mean, it would have been nothing without all of y'all coming. And we are seriously so thankful that y'all all came.
Yeah. It was mind blowing.
It really was. Because at one point we asked if anyone, you were trying to give a gift away, and you asked, was anyone from Cersei? And I don't think anyone raised their hand.
Nope.
So that just tells you everyone traveled in. It was really just awesome.
Well, I think Cersei needs to recognize you folks for bringing in so much extra business to the town.
Yeah.
I did stop by today. I needed to pick something up for somebody at the hotel that got left, and as I was in there, they thanked me, and they said for next year when we do the event, they want to donate $200 towards the event.
Who was this?
The not the Best Western, the other one, the Microtel.
Microtel.
Yep.
The Best Western was awesome
Yeah. It
to
was.
everybody. Like, just letting us all pile in there. I never made it to the Microtel. We took over their breakfast room and pool and everything.
Well, that is the thing about the Microtel. They don't have a swimming pool, so.
Well, the swimming pool only went to 4 feet, so it was more like a wading pool.
Yeah.
Except for the youngsters, you know.
Yeah.
It was a swimming pool for them, and then Dawn almost, drowned.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, Country Girl. I actually
Country
stopped
Girl.
in there today, too.
Yep.
And I talked to the manager, and I will get with them. We'll have, we'll use them and Microtel, because hopefully we can fill both of them up.
Several are asking, will there definitely be a next year? We have not sat down with Jess and Jeremiah,
I did talk to him today on the phone.
but
There's going to be a next year.
yeah,
We just got to work out the details because, yeah, there's been all kinds of suggestions. And if y'all got suggestions, throw them out here. But we're looking what's best for our shindig. You know, what we're trying to accomplish. Yes, we run out of things to do, and we're going to look at other options to extend it and make your trip worth your while. But we also don't want to cram pack the whole day with events. So it's just something we all got to talk about. And when we go bigger, because we got to go bigger, we're going to have more help out there. And I know a lot of y'all have volunteered to help, and be ready.
Yeah, we might take you up on it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We got to tweak some things, like as far as with the vendor, like reporting who the vendors are going to be and making sure that it's set up the day before, like all the vendors have a table, I guess. But it was our first time, and we learned a lot. So I think it went pretty well for the first time.
Somebody said about having it bigger and putting it at a campground. Actually, the building it was in, if you could have had all of it, I think that would have been great. I mean, and what room they had us in. But I think we need a better sound system, because in the back of the room I couldn't hear what was going on the stage.
Well, that's probably my fault, because I told the guy that brought the sound system I didn't want the sound system overtaking the whole building, because we wanted to be able to fellowship with everybody. And even while the music was going on, I wanted the people to be able to go up to the front if they wanted to hear the music, listen to the music. But if they wanted to sit there and chat with Andrea or you or Jess or whoever, I didn't want y'all to have to be yelling over the sound system.
Yeah, that's
true. And I have read a comment or two about the vendors that were down on that end. The music was too loud, so we got to find a balance there.
And we could always put the music outside, but I saw that comment. But it's spring in the south, and so you're always running the risk of what happened about 4 o'clock, where we had this small flood. Yeah.
Or when you open the garage door after everyone leaves.
We had the Little Red River coming there.
Oh my gosh, we needed Moses.
Yeah.
Yes, it was crazy.
That was crazy.
Hey, there's Daryl.
Well, hello.
The prior homestead had possibly have it at a big camping area. My thought, and I don't have anything to do with it, I think this was great. Number one, the fairgrounds only charged us $15 for a spot, and we had full hookup. I mean, sewer, electric, the whole bit. We had full hookup. Not our fault that the gas wasn't working, so we couldn't have hot water, or the wing decided to come across and take our awning down on the second day we were there and scared the holy bejesus out of us. But I thought doing it at the fairgrounds was great.
Like I said, we may put the music in that back room. I don't know how we can work it out. We're going to look at it differently, but.
Well, and we can, like he's saying, that building, we only had half of it, and the back half, it doesn't like the whole wall opens up. It's like a garage door opens up. So if we put like music in one end, maybe it wouldn't be as loud in the other.
That's true. Oh, and Doug and Stacy, we know this is Doug, and water.
Yeah. Doug's saying a 2-day event. We have talked about that a little bit, but it's been mentioned. I didn't see you there though, Doug.
Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of people ready to play jacks with you this year.
Yeah.
Maybe we can talk into it for next year.
Maybe next year.
Yeah, prior homestead. I mean, like I said, as far as I think there was 2 actual campers like ours. The other one was a vendor, and then us. And there was tents. Table full in the woods. They had a tent. A single dad had a hammock.
He roughed it.
He
did rough it, and they all got soaked. Saturday afternoon, they all got drenched.
Yeah.
Week-long event. I'll be there. Well, J Love, you're in Ohio. Just hitchhike. We'll pick you up on the way by. 20th at the Amish Walmart. Alfred and Doug and Stacy would do it at Lehman's, and they're going to be there this month. Daniel, are you going?
Was close to coming, but they said rain and you had some flooding, so I waited last minute and decided to stay home.
Oh, are you too sweet? You thought she was going to melt?
But we can talk him into it next year.
What's crazy is last year we went to Baker Creek specifically to meet Doug and Stacy. That was one of our first events ever.
Amish Walmart. I think this one.
Well, I'll tell you what. Let's open up the phone line here. See if any of these folks that are out here in the chat would like to call in. Put the number up on the screen. It's your nickel. It's 419-528-8494. Give us a call. I can only take one caller at a time. If we're already connected to somebody, I have to refuse your call, so you just have to wait until they're done and try calling back again.
A YouTube parade, and everyone could go across the stage.
I think
and tell
that's a
who
good
they are.
idea.
That isn't a bad idea. Someone came around with the microphone. Yes,
Yeah.
well, we heard that ringing.
Hello, this is Daryl. Who's calling, please?
No, I'm pretty sure I didn't hear him correctly. Did he just say I was scared of getting wet because I was too sweet and I might melt? The hardest working homesteader guy on YouTube?
The hardest working Amish homesteader
What about
that
the
we
rain
know.
scared you?
Good Lord, I can't believe you said that.
Folks, if you don't know,
If I was gonna melt, I would have done it in all that sweat I build up every day working outside.
Oh.
Or in the root cellar.
Yeah, I'm get my building, get my plans finalized on the learning center. I mean, I'm all over the place, man. For sure. I was really that close to coming, though. I mean, I had it all,
Maybe pig just a little bit.
kind of lined out. I was watching the weather, seeing what was going on, back and forth. My mom went out of town. I was going to grab her car. I had all that stuff going. And then it was like, you guys were having flooding. More rain was coming in. I'm like, man, I don't know.
You should have come.
It was the first annual.
First annual. I try to make them, man. Nobody does them like me. I go to all of them. I do try. But no, it looked like you guys had a good time. Everybody was having a good time. I watched the live show. Thanks, Daryl and Sherry, and everything was good. Everyone's happy and talking. But yeah, it was kind of loud even on the live stream with got the music, and those buildings, man, they just bounce the sound everywhere.
I don't know, Doug, Roots and Refuge just said you're so full of it.
Yeah, that's me, full of it.
Single Dad said he would have shared his hammock with you.
Yeah, I don't think he'd fit. I usually take up a hammock. I do carry 6 duck eggs in one hand,
Wow.
That's just somebody said. I was waiting for somebody to comment on that today's video, and I was like, finally, somebody said something like, am I the only one who noticed he just had 6 duck eggs in one hand?
Well, now you know how he wins the Jacks games.
God, he did. Well, we already said that he had the biggest hand down there, but he was playing with all females.
Yeah.
Of course he had the biggest hand.
It was a stacked game from
That's
the get-go.
right. It was.
Well,
That's good.
I see Jeff from Bobblehead is in here, too.
Yes.
Yeah, I saw him on the live stream there with his wonderful wife. They were just all palsy, wowsy. Yeah. Hey,
He
man,
said
I'm
he
watching.
counted 40
I got you,
YouTube
guys.
channels.
Allison
Got
said
you.
he could have cuddled up with Smudge. Yeah, Smudge would have cuddled.
Yeah, Smudge was there, looking hot as hell. He was like,
He was the star of the show, let me tell you.
oh, yeah, they like
They
Smudge.
sure did. They sure
Yeah.
did.
Well, that's good. Just calling, saying, hey, keep up the good work. The events like that matter. It's good to get around people and, share stories and do this thing. So it's good. So if anybody, there's lots of conferences going on this year left to go. So if you can make one to any place, try to get to them. It's good fellowship and people share stories. You could learn something and, it's just kind of good. And then you get to see people straight up, eye to eye. I like that part of it.
I
Doug,
have a
you're
stool.
too tall to see almost anybody eye to eye.
I have a stool I can carry around behind us so people can stand up and look
See
him
Doug eye
eye.
to eye.
right.
Hey, Doug.
I've been down there,
Really,
right?
Baker Creek in May?
Doug, go ahead and promote your event coming up here. Make sure that everybody knows what's going on with it.
Which one? What are we doing? Baker Creek? Oh, no, you're talking about
No,
the Homesteading
your-
Life Conference?
Yes, sir.
Your
Your
event.
live concert.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, August, Hannibal, Missouri. Cute little town. They got caves to go into, so it's cool there. We got air conditioning in the building, so it's cool there. We also got the streets shut down for next year, so the kids will be able to do whatever they want. The place will have no traffic in front of it like last year. And if you guys listening, if you guys have vending tables or anything like that, we don't charge for vendors. It costs me $12 per vendor to turn in your paperwork. We're not charging you guys for it. You do have to fill out a form for Missouri or whatever. So Sherry and you guys will I'll email you guys soon. But if anybody is a vendor, they want to come to the event, they're welcome to come set up their tables, hang out, make a few bucks. And, that's it. Hopefully anybody that's around the area, or if you want to make plans to come to America's hometown, you can do that. But limited seating, so get your tickets early and often. And we'll probably sell out. Last year we sold out the tickets that we did have. We do a riverboat cruise. It's kind of cool. It's an old paddle boat up and down the Mississippi with dinner and music and everything. And last year we didn't get the whole boat. We only had a couple hundred tickets and we sold them all. So we rented the whole boat for this year here. So if me and Daryl and Sherry are sitting on this boat by ourselves, I'm going to flip out.
Will y'all be at Baker Creek in May?
Yeah, we're speaking there both days, May. And we'll also be at the Heirloom Expo in Santa Rosa, California. If anybody listening out that way, we'll be speaking there as well. We love us in Baker Creek.
Well, and you're going to be coming to Ohio, too.
Yeah, Ohio is April 20th at Lehman's in Kidron. They're actually sponsored a tiny house build, so we're going to go there and help it get all jazzed up and show everybody what that's all about. They actually outfitted it and everything, so we're pretty excited about that project. And what is that? Then after that, we have the August event, and then the Heirloom Expo, and then of course the Cadillac of the homesteading conferences, the Homesteaders of America conference in Virginia in October, where everyone's going to be there. Justin Rose, Doug and Stacy, all the people probably watching here.
Daryl and Sherry. Oh.
Yeah, so Joel Salatin, Stacy Lynn Harris. Oh my gosh, if I keep naming them, everyone's going to be upset because I miss a few. So it's probably easier to say who's not going to be there.
Yeah.
So that's a good event. Stay tuned for their site, too, because they give away tickets periodically. Plus, some YouTubers give away tickets, too. So keep your eye out for free tickets. We'll probably be giving away a set of tickets at our conference for that conference, and maybe one along the way before we get there. So keep your eyes out for free tickets, guys, if that matters for you.
We gave a set of tickets away there at the Shindig this weekend.
Yeah.
Yep. I was watching Nunda when she nervously got up there, knees and knocking and all.
Yeah.
I started texting her right before she went on because I was like, hey, I just saw you on live TV. And she was like, what? And then we kind of texted two times or something. And then she was like disappeared. And then I looked on the thing and she was on the stage with a mic in her hand. I was like, oh, here we go.
Here we go. She didn't stay long though.
No, she does not like hanging out on the stage. I think her family or something lives around there too, so she was trying to knock out a little visit with them and do that thing. But yeah, so you guys, again, just encouragement. If you can make one of these events, a lot of information. I know ours is going to have a lot of information. We have 3 doctors speaking, 4 doctors actually speaking, that are all, educated and, degreed and speaking on things like holistic living, flowers coming back, Flower Toomey, awesome person, all about herbs and natural healing. Just a lot of stuff going on. So again, if you guys have a idea, if you want to be a vendor or anything, get a hold of us, shoot us an email. We'll get you all the particulars and you come up, set up a table and hang out. So I'm going to let you guys go, get back to your show. Good job on your guys' event. First year events are always hard. Don't worry about if anybody's complaining. I mean, everyone's going to complain sometimes, but just try to weed out and fix the things that really matter, and then everything will be fine. So, but good job. It's a big thing to pull off. I'm telling you that. I know from firsthand experience. So,
Yep.
A lot of stuff goes into that. But here we grow. Spring's in the air. It was 78 degrees here today, sweating, and good stuff. Worked a lot in the garden today, and we're getting ready to eat all that good bounty when it starts popping up. So we'll see you guys out on the YouTubes and the Instagrams and the whatnots. And then, like I said, if you guys got any information or need something about the conference, just email us. We do respond pretty good to emails and stuff. So thanks for putting on your event, and we'll probably be down there next year.
And we'll see you in a few weeks.
All righty.
I'm gonna hold you to that.
Yep.
We'll see you in May.
Yep. Oh yeah. Let's go. Oh, that place is gonna be packed.
Yeah.
You watch.
Oh, yeah.
That's gonna be
And I want to tell you before you go, I'm going to Layman's in July for the first time ever. It's like a super huge dream. And I'm hoping y'all can help me if you want to maybe pressure Ben into buying me a wood cook stove. That's like a super
You really should.
dream of mine.
What do you cook on now?
I'll take one just like Stacy's.
Yeah. What do you cook on now?
Electric.
Yeah, you got to get rid of that. What if the electric goes out?
True. That's so
Cook
true.
outside.
1 is none and 2 is 1. So if you get a wood stove, at least you'll have one way to cook.
And you like to eat.
Well,
I do like to eat.
Yeah, I like to eat. Yeah, those actually you get a Baker's Choice, a little smaller stove. We had one of those for the first 6 years, and it was just a really good little stove. So if you don't need nothing too big,
Really good.
Does.
there you go.
Just a really good
We'll
little
see you
stove.
guys.
Take care, Doug.
Take care.
Bye-bye. Thanks for calling, Doug.
Yeah, I think with Andrea coming up this way, we need to get some sort of a get together.
Oh, there's gonna be at your place.
We have
Our
room for,
place is in that little corner, you know, that 2 to 3 acre spot that I picked out Thursday night. Yeah, yeah. Andrea said there's going to be water.
I'm already fixing up your water and electric, so
there. Yeah,
we got it worked out.
She has me covered.
Yep.
they're just gonna run a garden hose off that 4,000-foot water
There
line.
you go.
Yeah.
You know what I just seen? You know what just popped up in big letters? Cheesecake.
I see that.
Okay, folks, the phone line is open, 419-528-8494 if you'd like to ask any questions. I see that Roots and Refuge is also here in the chat.
I
And,
seen Big Bear made it home.
Big Bear.
He texted earlier. Yep, and he's in here.
I saw Ann and Andy's Homesteads ask a couple times what day we're speaking. We're speaking Monday at 11 at Baker Creek. It's a Sunday and Monday event, and we're speaking on Monday. So we're really excited. We're speaking about making money on a homestead.
well, and let me put in a plug for us too. We have a little possibility of maybe being able to live stream from Baker Creek.
Oh, cool.
Sweet.
So if y'all send them emails saying you'd love to see that, that would certainly help the cause. Let's find out who's calling. This is Daryl. Who's calling, please?
Hello, this is Reap What You Sow.
Oh, you didn't even have to say who it
My
was.
new friend.
All you had to do was talk for a few minutes. We would have figured it out.
That's
Oh,
correct.
y'all figured it out.
See, there we go.
Well, I just called to hear Ben say, "Go
Go
Tigers."
Tigers! I knew it. I knew it.
Thank all
yes.
you, Ben.
Oh, I love you.
We love y'all.
I missed
Two
you.
families. I showed my granddog Smudge, and they love my granddog. My granddaughter Smudge, and they love him.
Oh,
Man, it's only Monday and we're already missing everybody.
Big Bear is already saying go
I know.
dogs.
Go Dogs. Big Bear answered
Stop
you.
it! Stop it! Well, I won't keep the line tied up. I just wanted to say we love y'all, and y'all did an awesome job with the Shindig.
Didn't
Well,
they,
thank
Joe?
you.
I think
It was
they all
awesome
did.
and amazing hanging out with y'all.
If y'all
We're gonna
haven't
do
checked
it
out
again.
Reap What You Sow, you should. They're a hoot.
We will.
Oh, yeah.
I'm hoping after this weekend's events, everybody's numbers went up. Everybody should have.
Just from meeting each other
Yes.
and seeing how great each other is.
Everybody needs to show everybody some love.
That's right. We shared love, everybody.
Sure
It was
did.
so good meeting people and being around like-minded people like you. It was just awesome.
Oh, the Haskins broke 500.
Awesome.
Very good. Well,
Yes.
single dad broke 1,000.
Broussard gained 110.
Yep.
Wow.
Cheesecake
Awesome numbers.
potluck.
Bye, y'all.
Bye,
Bye.
sweetheart.
Thanks for
I guess
calling.
it's Jeremiah. I don't know who's on for Roots Refuge, but he says that Big Bear forgot his cheesecake, so he's got 2 of them.
I'll come over in just a little bit.
You had a cheesecake.
Shh.
Don't worry, Jeremiah. It won't go to waste.
Oh, I love seeing these numbers. Southern Bella Home broke 600. Searching
Wow.
Sabrina's at 167. That's awesome.
Yes, yes, yes.
Oh, and Gemini Homestead was out chasing a rabbit in her robe.
Well, single dad Homestead
Oh.
not only broke 1,000, but he's up to what, 1350?
13. Yeah, he broke
Wow.
1,000.
Wow.
He
That's
broke a live
awesome.
stream during the live stream. Yeah,
That's what you get for laying around that hammock.
yeah. Yeah. Gail
Man,
Elderberry
that's
was-
awesome.
Yep, doing the live stream helped gain many subscribers. Yeah, you're right, Gail. I mean, it helped a lot of folks, and that's what it's all about. You know, that's what it's all about. And Graham Farms numbers have almost doubled since Friday. Awesome.
Awesome.
Well,
That is awesome.
And those of you that were at the Shindig, when we did this at the gathering, we didn't have near as many come up and get on the live show. We had more at the Shindig, and that's what we're doing this for, so you can get up and promote yourself to other people that couldn't be there.
Well, everyone was in the same room too.
That's true. That's true. But that's one of the reasons we do it. We try to just share what's going on in the homesteading community because it's a fantastic bunch of people, and we just appreciate everybody out there.
And sometimes the problem is you just don't know of them until they get on something like the live stream and,
Yep.
and you see like you didn't even know they were out there.
It's so hard getting your name out there. So events like this, promote yourself every time you get a chance. If 2 families there and doing their live stream, get on it. Don't be bashful. It really helps. And then just getting your name out there talking to other YouTubers.
Go in everyone's lives and talk.
Yep.
We didn't do that for months of having a channel. And then when Ben started doing that, it just helps. The more people see your name, it just becomes familiar to them.
Well, I'm gonna throw something out here. I'd like somebody to give us a call here who was at
Go ahead.
who was at the Shindig. We originally met him as Peoria Dude. He has won some of our trivia questions in the past,
Mhm. Yeah, he has some $2 bills floating around. He said
and I think
he's here.
he's here in the chat right now.
Does do any of you remember who Peoria Dude is?
I do, but I won't say.
Yeah, me too. Gemini Homestead's letting you know, Denise, that they're making a video this week.
Okay.
Cool. Awesome. Yep. Blue Eye Lathers, exactly. Bobblehead.
So, Mr. Bobblehead Homestead, we have a call.
There he is.
We'll see if this is you. This is Daryl. Who's calling, please?
This is Peoria, dude.
Awesome.
Good evening, Jeff. How are you doing?
Thank you, Allison.
I'm tired after that awesome shindig, but this is all great.
But it's a good tired, isn't it? It's a good tired.
It is. It's a very good tired.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ben and Andrea and Roots and Refuge and everybody who volunteered. That was just a wonderful opportunity created for me and many other people.
You're so welcome. You were so popular Saturday.
Yes, you were. There were people asking. That's why I told you. I said I called you 4 times before you got there. People's like, "Where's Bobblehead? Where's Bobblehead? Where's Jeff?"
I had people at my table saying, I've walked by Jeff's table and I can't get up the courage to talk to him. And I'm like, just talk to him. He'd love to talk to you.
Yes, yes. I was late. Next year I got to come in the night before.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes it so much easier because that was probably what 3.5 hours.
It was about 3 hours. Not too bad.
He was a Jeff. I'll let you explain. You somebody just asked if you were from Peoria, Illinois. So if you want to give a brief history here of where you're at now, where you came from, please do so and educate them. And it's your shot to advertise your channel some more here.
Yeah, I started off, well, I'm from Peoria, Illinois, born and raised until college, but I started off on YouTube watching other homestead YouTube channels like Off Grid with Doug and Stacy, and just so many inspiring channels out there. And I felt like I grew up on YouTube with Two Family Homestead. We were getting started at the same time.
Yes, we were.
So right now I'm down in Havana, Arkansas. I've got almost 3 acres. And I'm loving it.
And he's one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet.
So tell the folks now, when you moved there, it was kind of a rundown trailer, and you had some wild chickens running around. You had some had some wild chickens running around. You didn't know what you were going to do with anything, and here it is. You got your 3 acres, and you're becoming quite the chicken expert.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, it's great. I'm learning how to breed for chicken egg color and how all that works. I've gotten so much help from the YouTube community. I would not be where I am without the homesteading, gardening, farming, the subscribers who like watching that. It's just been incredible for me, and I don't know what to say.
Jeff has got an awesome channel.
Samson Farms is talking chicken genetics with Jeff was cool.
Mm-hmm. He knows his chickens.
So many great channels. I got 2 I got to give a shout out to Ann and Andy's Homestead, if I may. They gave me this beautiful cedar Bobblehead Homestead sign with a chicken on it, and just beautiful. I got another sign from Bob and Melissa Blogspot. I don't know if they're still in here, but it's a metallic reflective sign, and it's just so many wonderful people out there. Thank you.
I bet you're already planning for next year, like eggs and chicks, and I just see so many possibilities for you to sell stuff next year if you have more time to plan.
Yeah, exactly right. More chicks. Everybody wanted the chicks, and I sold them before I even got there. So, yeah, more chicks. And I sold all of my loofah and Mexican sunflower, and, yeah, more ideas for next year. Absolutely. And
you want to talk about your sign that you got? Look at the one I got. Can y'all see that?
That was from Bob and Melissa. We got some awesome signs. We got 2 signs from Daryl and Sherry. We got another sign.
Let's look on that.
And we got a drawing from Sharon at Southern Bella Home.
Oh, it's beautiful.
And we got so much stuff. Y'all brought us some
y'all blew our
super
mind.
nice gifts.
It is beautiful. Already had it hung up. Jeff, how many shirts did you end up selling?
Oh, what was that?
How many shirts did you end up selling?
Not very. I think 8.
8?
Well, I never finished setting up my booth. I got there, late, and I never finished setting up the booth, so we didn't really push the T-shirts, and I don't know what was going on. It was just all fun.
It was crazy, but I think you got a lot of vlogging done. I mean, you made it all the way around the building with your camera, it looked like.
Yeah, I've got like 38, I think, channels that I put my camera in front of. I asked them if it was worth the trip, and every single one of them, it was definitely worth the trip. And to see people from New York and California, Texas, Oklahoma, Missouri, Illinois, Kentucky, Tennessee, and it was, yeah, we all found our people. That was such a good thing. Thank you again.
Thank you all.
It was awesome. I know what you mean about not setting your booth up though, because I got there probably 8:30. Yes, I did get some canned deer meat.
Yeah.
I got a lot of nice stuff. I
Yes.
told Ben I didn't want to start naming it because there's so much. I don't want to forget anything.
We was going to do a video on it, but scared to death.
I'm
we'll leave
afraid I
somebody
forget
out.
something. But I never even got my soap out of the big gallon Ziploc bags. I just piled them on the table because there was people there when I got there, and it was just go time. And so I didn't sell a whole lot of soap, and at the end of the day, someone said, "Are you selling the whole gallon bag?" And I was like, "No, I just never even got it out."
It was crazy. And we opened it right at 9 o'clock. It may have been a few minutes before, but the line was way outside, out through the parking lot. And it didn't seem like it's finally started slowing down a little bit around lunch, but it still stayed pretty constant. I know I stayed hooked up.
Yeah.
Until I got up there on stage trying to do giveaways and nobody wanted to win.
Isn't that something? It's hard to give stuff away.
Yep.
Okay, whoever's calling, I'm sorry, we have Jeff on the line right now, and I can only take one call at a time. So as soon as Jeff leaves, please try calling back.
Andrea,
right.
what's the date you're going to be in Ohio again?
It's late July. We're not going for a homestead event.
But you're
So I don't know the exact date. I'll try to find out and let y'all know when we're going to be in that area, though.
Okay. Because I will definitely try to set something up. Someone was asking, that's why I said that.
Yeah, yeah.
And
I'm really, really excited.
And Ben wants to see Emily.
Do what?
Ben wants to see Emily.
Oh. Little bit. Hey, Jeff. Is Jeff still on?
I'll go get her.
Yeah, Jeff's still here.
Hey, what we talked about organizing an event, are you still good with us trying to start looking at some dates?
Sure.
Because I'm sure there's a bunch, I've been told there's a bunch of people out there that would be willing to help.
We'll make it happen somehow.
Okay.
That would be appreciated.
Well, all we need from you is probably just start working up a list of what all you're wanting done, and if we can push it on a little bit later, if you've got your new cabin, we might can help you out in that aspect too. So.
All right. Yes. I don't know what I'm doing with some of this stuff, so definitely help would be needed. And speaking of dates, I love the date of the Shindig this year, that beginning of April. I think that's great for selling plant starts and baby chicks, and that was just perfect. So,
yeah.
All right, I'll let somebody
really
else
well.
call in. So thank you so much, and now I'll jump in the chat. Thank you.
Thank you, Jeff.
Thanks for calling, Jeff. You have a great week, and
See you later.
Stay in touch.
All right, Emily wants to say something.
Hey, little Ben.
This is Daryl. Who's calling, please?
How you been?
Hello.
Hello.
Hello there, Daryl.
Yes.
How are you?
I'm just fine. I'm sorry. I'm terrible with voices.
Oh, that's okay. I was called to talk to my sweetie girl, Andrea.
Oh, is this Margie?
Yeah.
How are you?
Oh, I'm hanging in there, baby. Had a long day in the garden, but productive day, and can't wait to shoot you some pictures over the email.
Yes, please do. I loved seeing your videos of your tiller hiller.
Yes. How's that tiller hiller working out still?
Oh, I love my tiller hiller. Every time I look down my rows, Ben, I thank you. You don't even hear me, but maybe one day.
You have quite a bit going on.
Huh?
You have quite a bit going on.
Yes.
Yeah. little bit, just a little bit. Colleen's feeling a little bit better. She was able to help me out in the garden today, but then she had to run back up for the migraine. It was hot.
We were
up here
hoping
today.
you were going to make it to the shindig.
Oh, I'm so sorry. My goodness, I was holding out. I looked at the clock at 10 o'clock. I said, Eddie, how do you think we could get down there? Yeah, I think it would have been faster to climb up on a plane. And believe me, I would have.
Yeah.
I'm afraid of planes like nobody's business. But I'd have gotten on one to get down there to see you.
Oh, that's sweet.
Oh my goodness. I'm hoping I get to see you in October at least.
I hope so. October's still up in the air for us. We're gonna try.
We're gonna try with all the cattle we bought. We got to figure them out. And our first test is going to be, what was that, June? For the CTS? July. That'll be our first true test. So we'll see how that goes, and we'll maybe make some commitments after that.
Okay. I hope it goes well. We'll be praying.
Yeah, they are.
I sure do want to see you guys.
We would love to meet y'all too.
Oh my goodness. I love the shindig. Y'all did such a great job. You've got to be proud of yourselves. It was so nice, even just to watch here and there on Saturday up here in Southern Maryland.
I thought it went pretty well. I was
sticking with it.
Yeah.
It did.
The worst comment we got was it was warm in the room, and so if that's the worst, we can fix that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Two Family Homestead did a fantastic job for us. So, and running the live cameras. So I really appreciate that.
Yes, Daryl did an awesome, amazing job. His setup was mind blowing. How he set it up. He sat there for hours setting it up and then running it and then taking it down. He did a great job.
Yeah, y'all just don't even know how much work Daryl and Sherry put into not only our event, but the same amount at the gathering, and they're going other places to do the same thing. They're the people that do all the behind the scenes work and don't get enough credit.
Yep.
Yeah, well, it was fantastic. I felt like I was sitting at the table with everybody.
Daryl is my hero.
Well, good.
Okay, Brett. You want more cheesecake?
Can't wait to meet you, and I'm going to get off here and let somebody else chat.
It was so nice to talk to you.
All right, love you guys. Have a good evening.
You too, Margie.
Bye.
Thanks for calling.
Bye-bye. You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
If it wasn't for Lane's help Saturday evening, he wouldn't have gotten all that stuff taken down in the time that he did. There was no way, because I've seen him here. It takes almost 2 hours for him to take it down and pack it up.
Oh, that made Lane's day.
Yeah.
He loved it.
And
so
he told us of times, I
thoroughly
appreciate
impressed.
Daryl.
Mm-hmm.
He said, I just appreciate Daryl letting me watch him and learn stuff. And
he is very impressed with Lane.
This is Daryl. Who's calling, please?
That cheesecake is great. I have to call and tell you in person, or with my voice and not my text, because I'm so slow at typing.
Too bad somebody left theirs in Arkansas.
Oh, no. Did somebody really?
Mm-hmm. Somebody that went back to Georgia.
that's a shame.
Isn't that terrible?
Oh, no.
Look at Ben. He's just really upset about that.
Yeah.
We thought we had lost Amy's keys. It turns out they were in Abby's purse. She put them in there by mistake, so we were sweating that. I had messaged Ben about that. We found them, Ben.
Oh.
I
told him to message you, Sherry, and see if you had them in all yours.
See?
Yeah.
No. Keys.
I don't think anybody has asked. I haven't seen anyway. Ben and Andrew, what was your favorite part of the shindig?
What was our favorite part?
Yeah.
Mine was putting the faces with the names.
and just being able to actually talk to everybody. I know I didn't get to talk to everybody that wanted to talk. I'm sure somebody may have got tired of waiting in line, but we was able to talk to a lot of people.
Yeah. Mine was talking to everybody, and the surprise on their face when they would walk up and start to tell me their name and I'd say it before they said it, because y'all think that I had so many people say, we feel so weird because we feel like we know you. And I said, but you don't understand. We feel like we know all of y'all too. Yep. And I know y'all that have channels understand that. Like people that comment all the time, you feel like you know them. Their personality comes through their comments and all that. Just like Margie that just called, she's our faithful viewer, and like I feel like I've known her for years. Yes. So that was my favorite part, just meeting the sweet, sweet people who watch the videos.
Maya tricked me into leaving
fellowship.
Brett, are you watching the chat?
No, but Abby is.
Yeah, it's Big Bear Homestead said, and I don't know if it was Maya or Jess, but he said you tricked us into leaving it there.
Well, I don't have it with me.
A man bun. We know who he's talking about. Oh my Lord.
Well, I always enjoy the visits, but I'm going to let you guys go.
You take care, Brett.
Yeah, thanks for calling.
Sure, Brett. Will. All right.
Somebody said next year to have a cheesecake competition.
I see that.
I love that idea.
I don't think I can make it.
Oh, that gets the comment of the year.
I think we need to have Maya call in and give us their viewpoint.
Yeah, Maya. Your turn.
Yeah.
Come on, Maya.
I guess you'd say we kind of did have a cheesecake competition, which I was the true winner in that one because I had 4 different cheesecakes.
4? Goodness gracious.
Yeah. Well, I mean, not all for me, but yours, Allison's, who brought the keto one?
Patty.
Patty. And Mark at Red Duchess.
Red Duchess Farm.
Cheesecakes.
Yeah.
He called cheesecakes. They're what we call in Ben's family cherry cream pie, which he he'd like kill someone over with.
Yeah.
This is Daryl. Who's calling, please?
Oh, this would be Maya calling to defend myself.
See, he didn't even have to say his name. I could just tell when he said, "Oh."
Yep.
Listen.
So what's the true story?
Was trained in South Carolina, and you can't trust anything that comes out of Parris Island. I'm just saying. So when he got here, he was so impressed with my Marine Corps status and my man bun that he's so jealous of. See, what you didn't see is that underneath that little cowboy hat, Jason's growing his hair out because I've inspired him.
Oh, wow.
So
I can see Jason.
He makes fun of my man bun, but secretly he's really trying to grow his hair out to be as cool as me.
Man bun on.
And he offered his cheesecake up as tribute because he was just so impressed with my hair. And so I'm gonna share it with Ben, and we're gonna Marco Polo him as we eat it together. Honestly, if I could send screenshots right now, I would send it to Big Bear, but I can't because I'm on the phone. So
I think you need to include all the rest of us with those Marco Polo pictures then.
Yeah. No, truthfully though, like he actually, and he can say I'm lying if he wants to, but I went back to the back fridge to look for something today and saw that the other cheesecake was left in the fridge. And I was like, oh man, that really sucks. And I sent him a text and he was like, man, and then he sent me a text right before I was literally about to send him one. He said, I forgot my cheesecake. And I was like, oh dude, I know, I was about to tell you. And I was like, I actually feel bad for you. And he's like, no, you don't. I'm like, no, I really do because I've had some and it's that good and you should feel bad.
Oh, wow. Wow. What if you just make it into
and
a
he thought
YouTube
I was lying.
video
Like I did, I felt for him. But he, he was just upset and sad, and I understand. I mean,
Well, you know,
that might actually go viral, Maya.
Yeah, YouTube video of you and Ben eating his cheesecake.
That might go viral.
You know, somebody here.
That actually would go viral.
Somebody here in the chat, Xavier Hope Thomas, has thrown out kind of a neat idea here. How about having some old-fashioned canned goods judging with ribbons? Maybe some other desserts too, homemade
That's an
breads.
idea.
So that's a thought, maybe.
But then you have to have judges.
No, that's a pretty good idea.
Yeah, Maya be a judge.
Like at the Seed Expo, they do like a contest for tasting vegetables, like tomatoes, watermelon, everything. And you can actually go in as just a regular person and get samples of everything that they're doing for that particular contest. And so having some kind of tasting contest, honestly, I'll tell you my personal contest that I would like to be a judge for would be like jams. I'd love to sample everyone's jellies and jams because those are my favorite. Big Bear cheesecake, that'd be a good one to sample.
We got some Mayhaw jelly. Man, it is a bomb.
I think they give you one of the treats.
I got Mayhaw jelly, and I got some grape, and I got one other flavor. I don't remember. But I haven't cracked them open yet because I don't want anyone to be at my house.
Yours, all yours.
Hey, he's saying just wait till you get off the phone.
Uh-oh.
Say what?
Somebody had muscadine. Is that how you pronounce it, Andrea?
Yeah, muscadine. Yeah.
Muscadine. Somebody had muscadine jam or jelly there, and by the time I got away from my table and had somebody watch Smudge and walk up by the stage, it was gone.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Well, hey, actually, I have a hookup on muscadines. I'll get you some, and we'll make some jam out of it.
And we're
actually, some of the people who came and helped me, Jill and Nathan, they came and helped run our booth for a little bit. They out behind their homestead, they've got about 5 or 6 different bushes, and those bushes produce so many muscadines that it filled up a 7 cubic foot freezer. And we have been turning like I don't know, we made like 15 or 20 bottles of wine out of like a third of it. He gave a third of it away, and he still has a third of them left. And so if you want some muscadines to can and prepare stuff, like I can definitely get you some.
Cool.
They're my favorite by far.
Now, hey, Maya, here come the comment of the century. Cheesecake with homemade jam toppings.
I've done that.
Man, that's a great idea. Now, we'll see, because I've got 2 cheesecakes now, so I could take the cherries and scoot them over and put some jam out on the other side of that other cheesecake and try it. That'd be a really good idea, man. That's great. Will you want to come over and try it this weekend?
Yeah. Just call me.
Okay, I'll call you. I'll give you a holler. All right, enough messing with Big Bear. I really do feel bad he's not getting to try this cheesecake, so I'll stop rubbing it in his face because it really wasn't intentional.
Stir the pot. Stir the pot.
But if he he does deserve a little bit of heckling because of all the man bun comments.
You know he's not going to stop.
He couldn't get you to hang up, so I think he just got off.
I think he's fixing to call
Ben,
in.
I sent you a text, and while it's on my mind, I'm going to say something real quick. Call me tomorrow about going to help Jeff, because me and Meg Holler and Dan from Pure Hearts Homestead, we've kind of started this group called Homestead Helpers. And it's kind of just getting off the ground. But one of the people I have mentioned to her that I wanted to get together and get a group going out there and get it organized was Jeff at Bobblehead. And so let's just all get on the same page and just utilize all the same resources.
Sounds good.
But essentially what the idea behind the group is, go ahead.
I seen that group on Facebook today that Meg was creating.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
And Jeff,
so
Jeff,
we're just getting it off the ground. We're going to work out some kinks, figure out some logistics of it. But essentially the idea is that to be nationwide, have it available for people to apply for help, get help, and then also be able to help other people, homesteads and different things, get stuff done, help when they need it, whatever. Because after going to Hardiness Approach, it was just really heavy on Meg and Pure Hearts, their heart to see this become a regular thing. And so I'm just excited about it. I think it's awesome.
Well, Maya, if you need some videography of your endeavors there, I know somebody that's got some cameras.
Yeah, okay. That'd be cool.
Maya, along with Jeff, aka Bobblehead, if you would put Andy on that list, he could definitely.
Is that who you commented about in the thread from Friends of Recent Refuge?
Yeah, because
I was going to give that to Meg and then get her. She's going to send him a. Because we actually have she's so organized, she's like a admin logistics master. She's already got waivers, she's got applications, she's got all kinds of forms when you join and you want to be a helper. You fill out a skills form and what are you good at, what can you do. She's put all this together in a couple of days. So she's the real MVP. Me and Dan, he's the boss, so we'll just really do whatever he says. But we just got tools and know-how. But Meg's really been superb in organizing this and bringing it to excellence. So
she's the organizer, he's the boss, and you got the man bun, right?
That's right. It's okay, if Dan's the boss and she's the logistical admin guru, then I'm the face because I look good with that man bun and my tank top. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. I'm not prideful. I'm just confident.
The man bun and the tank top. It's the face of the group.
Just saying.
Listen, I was doing man buns and tank tops before it was hipster and cool. I'm just saying.
Wow.
Don't even, Andrea. Don't even wow me. Don't even. My favorite part of the Shindig was getting to hang out with my farm dad. I just kept looking over my farm dad and being like, that's my dad.
That's my mentor.
Love you too, Maya.
All right, I'll let someone else call in, and y'all can heckle Big Bear about his cheesecake.
He's probably got it already.
He's probably going to call in.
Yeah, he should call in. I would like to hear it from his perspective. It won't be as funny as mine, but it'll be okay.
You were so doomed.
All right, see you guys.
All right, thanks,
Love
Maya.
you, Maya, take care.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Okay, well, we have a glove thrown down there. Jason.
Your turn, Jason. Oh, that was too funny. He was just on that. How much you want to make a bet?
This is Daryl. Who's calling, please?
You can bet. You can bet. All right. You know it's me.
I love it.
You let that Hollywood Marine just bump his gum, blah, blah, blah. Talking about he's a real Marine. I don't know one single real Marine that eats sherbet. Sherbet's not even ice cream. I'm going to Walmart. I said, hey, man, you need anything? He's like, yeah, can you give me some sherbet? I'm like, what? Sherbet? I don't even know what sherbet is. But he's talking about, yeah, give me some sherbet. I like some pineapple sherbet. I wasn't even gonna get it for him. I sent Robin in there. I said, look, go get him some sherbet. She's like, what flavor? I said, I don't know. And so she called him, and he didn't want he didn't want lime sherbet. He wanted the rainbow sherbet. He wanted to make sure he got all the flavors.
Oh, wow.
There's too many people in the chat crying now. They can't type.
And all he can say all weekend about Paris Island, isn't that where the girls play? Isn't that where the girls train? Yeah, it might be where the girls train, but you in Hollywood where they're like, yes, sir.
Oh, wow. He said that's too far.
Ooh, that man done tricked me into leaving my cheesecake, tried to act like he was all sad that we were leaving, but kept me away from the kitchen the whole time so I'd forget my cheesecake. I was up there. I knew what he was doing. I realized it. I realized a little too late, but you know what? I told him, I said, I hope you gain 50 pounds eating that cheesecake.
As much as
Ben, if you go over there, I hope you gain 50 pounds too.
Really not.
Would you? That man, boy. But I will say this, and all joking aside, you better stop. Apollo hearing me getting all excited, he getting all excited cutting flips and stuff over here. Which, by the way, I don't know how this new puppy thing is going to work out.
I was going to say, how does Apollo like his buddy?
We got out of the truck one at a time. And at first, I got out first, let him out of the house, and he was like, "Yay, you're home, blah, blah, blah." And then Robin got out, and Robin was holding the puppy. He, like, smelled Robin. He was like, "Where you been?" And then we let the girls out one at a time, and he was like, "I'm not talking to either one of y'all." And so then I reached into the truck and got the puppy out, and he was like, "For real? You've been gone like 6 days, and this is what you bring back?" So we're gonna see how that's gonna work. Once Gizmo gets bigger,
Gizmo's his
and he's
name?
outside, I know Apollo's gonna be looking at him like, "Ha ha, I'm going in the air conditioning." but all joking aside, it was very refreshing to go and hang out with Jess and Jeremiah and Ethan and everybody that was there, Van and Andrea. Because look, I'll be honest with y'all, 100% honest. It is hard to pronounce your faith in the area that I live in. It's very hard. One of two things happens. You either get severely, for lack of a better term, attacked, looked down upon, stuff like that, or you get the opposite, where they'll want to bombard you and come to this church, come do this, come do that, and then it's nothing more than a country club. It was very refreshing and uplifting to be around people who love Jesus, who love Christ, and the music that they were playing Friday night, and just the fellowship that happened that entire weekend was extremely just refreshing. You know, from somebody that's coming from my neck of the woods. You know, but I'm still a better Marine than that's just facts. I mean, all they had was little mountains over there. They didn't have sand fleas. They didn't have sand. They didn't have swamps. They didn't have gators. They didn't have none of that. He just got a little tiny hill, and he was crying about how he had to watch the airplanes fly overhead. There's people that was leaving out of that area. Boo-hoo.
Jason, we're supposed to ask you about growing your hair.
About growing my hair? Yes. And see, this is where I'm going to make him feel bad. See, he wants to talk trash about me growing my hair. I am growing my hair out again for the lady, the little young girl that I grew my hair out before, who wanted to be able to go to the school dance that had cancer. And so I grew out my hair, but she was in remission, but her cancer is back, and now she's in high school. And so a bunch of us superheroes that go to visit the children with cancer are growing out. I got pictures, homeboy, likely story. I can see the chat. I got pictures. And so that's what I'm doing it for. And we're going to give it to you don't give it to the Wigs for Kids anymore. Or I'm sorry, no, you give it to the Wigs for Kids, but not Locks for Love, because Locks for Love started charging folks.
Right.
But that's why I'm growing out my hair. Yeah, he's funny, isn't he? He's just so funny.
I can imagine y'all's conversation.
Man got jokes. He's making jokes, and I'm talking about little kids with cancer. He's already donated 4 feet of hair.
Whoa, that's a man bun.
Yeah. And so, but yeah, we had a wonderful time. I'm looking forward to. Look, I was thinking about growing my hair. Never mind, I ain't even gonna go there.
All right. I got to ask you a question. What was your favoriteest time over there?
Say that again.
What was the best time over at Jess and Maya's?
The best time over at Jess and Maya's probably when Maya went to sleep and quit talking. No, I think it was when everybody the Friday night when everybody was just sitting around when we were sitting at that table and everybody was just singing. And then they did that again not last night was Sunday, but Saturday night after the Shindig.
Oh yeah.
We all got together and we were all sitting around there just fellowshipping, and they was just in there singing, and they sang everything from I think 90. Well, Maya was whining because he said they had music ADD because he'd finally figure out what the rhythm was, and then he'd start beating on his little tambourine things or whatever that they're called, and then they would change the song and he'd be all lost again. Yeah. And
look at the screen, Jason.
But, hold on, I had to step outside. I had to let the dog out, but let me go look at the screen.
Because Ben saw it.
What'd he say?
Oh, Ben didn't say anything.
No, I said, what'd he say?
Yeah, well, it was Roots and Refuge. It's a post.
What is that, a corn? What?
Bald heads.
I don't use Roundup on my hair. Oh, see, now you're going to bring up cheesecake. You know what? I hope you choke.
Now, you did notice that Country Girl said she was eating hers, did you?
Yeah, everybody can eat their cheesecake. It's okay. A moment on the lips is a lifetime on the hips.
But I have one left, Jason. Just letting you know.
What's that? Yeah, and you're going to be down here in a week. So, I'm just saying.
Oh, you're just saying?
I'm just saying. You know, you could even just make one in my kitchen if you wanted to. I'll go get the stuff.
But you left your pan at Jeremiah's.
I will go buy another pan. Oh, y'all, I done lost my dog. He done ran
your
off.
cheesecake wasn't keto, was it?
Huh?
I was saying, Sherry, somebody said, was that cheesecake keto?
No, not mine.
That was real deal.
Keto schmeto.
That was 40 ounces.
Look.
40 ounces of cheesecake, 5 eggs, and 2 egg yolks, plus whipped
Oh,
cream.
Okay. Okay, so y'all are just looking at it the wrong way. Yes, that cake is keto. It's got eggs in it. Is that on the keto diet? Yes.
Just
it has cream cheese. Is that on the keto diet? Yes. So it's keto friendly.
Okay, this cheesecake has gotten brought up so much. Andrea's fixing to fix us a plate of cheesecake.
And she's going to bring it in and eat it in front of you, Jason.
You got it?
Cheesecake.
There's nothing not keto friendly about that that cake. That cake by itself, the enjoyment of that cake should put you in ketosis.
There's at least 6 pounds of pure love.
Yeah.
If not, I guess you better go eat some sherbet or something. You know, man, it's okay. You know, he can make all the jokes he wants because he's going to have a great Christmas this year. That's all I'm saying. I showed Jess. He's going to have a good Christmas.
Well, I see we got Stivers eating cheesecake now, too.
Oh, yeah.
Look, man, y'all are just wrong. It's just wrong.
I'm very tempted, but I'll be nice.
You know what? I'm telling everybody this one thing. Do not come to the HOA and get cheesecake because you turn your back on it. I'm going to lick it. I'm going to lick everybody's cheesecake.
Does that mean I have to bring another one there also?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but you can't give it to me around my kids and my wife. I got like one small, tiny piece last year.
Your girls were hilarious.
I feel like Bruce Willis in that movie of his, Hudson Hawks. All the man wanted was a cappuccino. All I wanted is some cheesecake.
And you still don't have it.
And I still ain't got it. I mean, that
Oh, he has,
cheesecake,
but he
the
also-
cheesecake that you bought us weighed like 10 pounds. That thing was heavy.
Yeah, it was.
And I was,
Yes, sir.
I was so happy. And I was making fun of Jeremiah because you gave me mine first. And then I went off and left the dang thing.
Yep, that weighted down the camper on the way there because it was in a bedroom all by itself.
Hey, Ben, I think you and I are going to have to go together and get a shirt for Jason. Beware, I'm a cheesecake licker.
God, that's awful.
And I don't even care. I don't even care. I'd wear it too. I'd wear it. I don't even care.
Emily, come here.
There you go, Jay Loves. That's exactly what Daryl just said.
Daryl asked if you could make something for Jason, that big bear.
I don't even care. I'll wear it. I'll wear it up on stage. I'll put it on stage. I don't even care.
There's our cricket girl.
While I'm licking a cheesecake. I don't even care.
Now remember, Daryl gets 30%. We had so much fun with them Thursday night. Oh my gosh. Oh, that was awesome.
Hey, Jason.
Yo.
Emily's got something to say.
What about how
Tell your
famous she
girls I
is?
said hi.
What'd she say?
Tell your girls I said hi.
Okay, I will. Will do. I think Carol's
They
already
were
passed
hilarious.
out. She got the Arkansas Ebola right before we left, and then Ladessa started getting it.
Oh, they didn't look
Oh,
good on the way
no.
home.
Yeah, they
didn't look so
they got it from Jeremiah. You know, he got Ebola.
What, did he lick the
Look at him.
cheesecake?
Look at him.
Oh, Lordy. Brett, I'm not even going to say that one out loud. This guy's my friend.
What was that?
I don't know.
Oh, he sounds. Who is this dude talking about? Sound like I lick windows. Who is this guy?
Oh, Lord.
He got his cheesecake.
My sides hurt. Bruce Murphy wants to know how
To
Carol's
answer
boyfriend
Jeremiah's
is.
question, I don't know that. He lives with you. We were picking on her about that today, about who she was crushing on. And boy, did she turn she turned redder than old Ben's shirt.
Which one is it? You got to say now.
Huh?
Which boy is it?
Jackson. She was crushing on Jackson.
That's funny. He is a good boy.
Jason, we really do appreciate y'all coming to the Shindig.
Man, we appreciate y'all just including us. We had such a wonderful time. There was lots of folks that had lots of questions about the coon cuffs. There was a couple of folks that had questions about beavers, and I told them how important it was to leave the safeties off after you said it, because I know some people make that mistake.
First-hand experience or first-arm experience?
Mm-hmm. It was the first time I went across the Mississippi as an adult, not in a plane or a bus. Matter of fact, I think it was the first time I saw the Mississippi River, because the first time in Arkansas. It was great that we got Robin to call the hogs.
And you got it on film.
Made the trip worthwhile. On the way home, somebody suggested that she should be made to do that, to open up the Shindig every year. And she was like, no. And I was like, oh, I wonder if we can make that happen.
You don't say, I wonder if we should take a vote on this.
I vote yes.
Everybody in the chat say aye. Absolutely. There we go.
Yeah, and I told the Haskins family I want to go bowling with them the next time that we come. So
I want to go.
That's going to be fun. We just had a blast when we were there. It was fun hanging out with everybody and doing it. It made the trip worthwhile. and it definitely made all of that drama that we just went through in Atlanta worth it. I'd go through that drama again through it. That was crazy.
There's pages of eyes.
I don't know if you're looking at the chat, but it's unanimous.
She has to.
Yep. Yeah. Now we're gonna take a vote because it's not gonna be me. Who's gonna tell her?
Oh, I ain't scared of her. She can't reach through this phone or this computer.
Jason, just so you know, Ethan just came up and they're about getting ready to eat the cheesecake together, and they're going to be thinking of you.
You know what? I don't like any of them anymore. None of them are my friends anymore. None of them. You know what? Ethan better not eat my cheesecake because Ethan's supposed to be coming here in a couple of weeks to hang out on when he's going to North Carolina. And
he could just bring it on his way, right?
That's what I was thinking, you know. But that's okay. That's okay. I'm not going to share my muscadines with Ethan. Eat my cheesecake. No, I don't care.
But he might be spoiled by then. I might need to go help him get rid of it.
No, I know it's going. You know what? That'll just make Jeremiah fatter than me then, which would be a benefit in the long run. Because he's almost there. You know, it does kind of look like he swallowed like a basketball or something.
Well, hey Jason, I know everybody's asked a lot of other people, but what was your favorite part of the Shindig?
Well, I had two.
Besides
at the Shindig.
Besides getting a cheesecake and not taking it home.
See, why you got to go there? See, we were having a moment. You want to bring up old stuff? That's so yesterday now. No, I had two moments, and one of them I know Ben will really appreciate also. There was this young man. He couldn't have been between 7 and 9 at the best. And he come up and he was looking at the traps and he pointed at the 220 Conibear and he said, I know what you do with that trap. I watched your video. And he started talking about the 220 box that you make for raccoons and possums that you can take down to the creek bed. And he told me what I said to bait it with, what it was, and I was just dumbfounded. And I was like, well, if you can tell me the animals that you can catch in this, I'll give you that trap. And I thought before I even asked his parents. And he was like, well, you can catch raccoons, you can catch possums, you can catch da-da-da. And I went to hand him the trap, and I froze because I guess my conscience hit me. And I was like, I better ask first. And I looked over, and I said, is it okay if I give him this trap? Because I was scrambling trying to think what I was going to give him, something else. And she said no. And she's like, she said, baby, I'm grandmom. Of course you can give him that trap. And then she's like, his dad's right over there, so it's not really going to matter. And I look over, and his dad was just like super huge. It was this huge dude. And I'm like, okay, well, I guess we're going to find out. You know, and Dad never came over and said anything to me about it. So that was probably my favorite moment there. But then the next one was when another. You know what? You're not even cool. Not even cool. I hope you choke on it. I hope you choke on it. You know what? I'm going to go thumbs down every one of your videos. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to your channel, and I'm going to thumb down every single video you got. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to thumbs them all down. All of them. And you know what? And then I'm going to get on Robin's account, and I'm going to do the same. I'm going to thumbs them down with her account, too. You're going to get like 2 extra thumbs. I hope you choke. See, I can see you barely saying no. I hope you spit it out.
Ben, how much is left? I mean, there's enough that you can show them what it sort of looked like. Not yours, but the cheesecake before you cut it.
This right here?
He's ate a lot of it.
Oh, he's ate a lot of it?
Okay, so let me just tell y'all. Allison from New York brought us New York bagels, and they are like so delicious.
Yes, they are.
So we started out the weekend eating bagels for breakfast and cheesecake for dessert. And by the end of the weekend, I look over for breakfast yesterday morning, and Ben and Lane are eating bagels smeared with cheesecake.
Is that not awesome?
That they have a problem.
Yeah, that we're almost out of cheesecake.
You don't need a 12-step program,
So
man.
sorry to hear that, Ben. It's a 13-hour drive.
We'll see you next month.
I see how this works. Taking them to Missouri is what he's saying here. You get that electric and water hooked up, we'll talk.
I already got electric and water hooked up for you. Come on with the cheesecake.
Oh my gosh. Camping and cheesecake. There you go. You got that right. Oh, Lordy. I still have two big ones of ours in the fridge, in the camper, a small strawberry swirl, and a small plain.
Well, you know we're coming up to around your neck of the woods in June, right?
Yes, I do know that.
Yep. We're going to be right there at your front door.
We'll be there in July.
Bacon, egg, and
But June comes
cheesecake
before
bagel.
July.
They're Bobblehead Homestead, bacon, egg, and cheesecake bagel.
Yeah.
That sounds awesome.
Oh, God, we just laugh like this on Saturday night. I can't do this much more often.
Hey, Jason, here you go.
Yeah, Southern Blessed Homestead. I truly
is Zach-
think this one, I'm not going to be known for kitchen bowers or smudge.
Is-
Cheesecakes.
Is Zach Stiver still in the room? I thought.
Go ahead. Keep on, because I'm going to thumb them down. I'm not lying. I'll make up accounts to thumb down on your channel.
I thought.
Roots and Refuge, what are you doing in Ohio in May? And when? Pure Hearts Homestead, there were several cheesecakes at Jeremiah's. I don't know what kind Allison brought. Mine was like 3 inches thick, 4 inches thick. I don't know.
Yours and Allison's were similar.
The 4 cheesecakes that were at Maya's was that were all alike were the cherry cream pies or
Red Duchess
Farm.
Yeah, the Red Duchess. Those were pretty good.
They were good.
Yes.
They're all good.
I hadn't had a complaint yet. So.
No.
Yeah. I bet you haven't.
Okay, for whoever tried to call, as soon as the line is free, please call back.
All right. Well, I'm gonna let somebody else call in. I've tied it up enough, and you know what? Y'all have a wonderful night.
Yeah, cheesecake.
I hope your dogs. Every last one of y'all. I know every last one of y'all got dogs. Ben, I know you got a dog. Jeremiah, I know you got a bunch of dogs. I hope the dogs eat y'all's cheesecake.
I'm offering right here.
Or a raccoon comes in I hope, Lord Jesus, please let a raccoon come in their house and eat their cheesecake.
That ain't even cool. Don't bring the Lord in this one.
Don't curse me
Oh, yeah.
because of his sins.
Oh my gosh.
All right, well, y'all, thank you for letting me be involved with the Shindig, and we're looking forward already to next year, and we can't wait, and hopefully we'll be able to get together before then.
Yeah, I
And,
hope to see
I'll
you
be
some more this
seeing
year.
Two family in a week or so.
Yes, sir, you will.
All right, well, I'm going to let somebody else call in. Y'all have a great night. I'll see y'all in the chat.
Okay, Jason.
Okay.
See you, Jason.
See ya.
Thanks for calling. Bye-bye, Jason.
Okay, now.
The other life, I see you're in here. Can you join the call? Well, whenever the phone line is open, I can take a call like I'm doing right now, but I can't take two. This is Daryl. Who's calling, please?
Hello, good people.
Well, hello.
Hi, my name is Ivan. I was there on Shindig with the other life.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Hey,
You saved the day.
Yeah, I don't know how people, I don't know if they all get the message of what exactly we're doing. So, like, to be honest, on Shindig, it was accidental. Our visit there was accidental because we were just passing through. And
Awesome.
what pretty much happened, pretty much what happened, we picked up a cargo in Los Angeles. And then we had it going towards Nashville, Tennessee. And on the way there, while we were somewhere in, I believe I was in New Mexico by then, I saw a video from single dad's homestead. Anyway, a video about Shindig that is happening, and there's an address in the script. I'm like, that's in our way. So I'm like, well, we have extra time. Why not? So we came over there, and then I realized I have my camera with me that I have no use for, so I gave it to Chris. Then I saw you guys doing live stream. I'm like, wondering how good connection inside that barn. And then started doing things. And long story short, I became so useful. I'm like, God has led me a lot of good ways. So I'm thankful to meet you guys.
I agree.
It was an awesome day. I hope we do that someday again, for sure. So yeah,
we really appreciate that.
Yeah, you were a big help. For those of you in the chat here, they were just passing through. He happens to have a hobby of electrical components and networking and wireless connections and so forth. And we took some of my parts and some of his parts, and we actually got a stronger connection than what we had all day. So he certainly helped to make the show live for everybody.
Yeah, you know, to be honest, I really wish I had extra outdoor antenna with me. That's the only thing I wish I had, because then you would have like 5 bars all over, like from 40, 50 miles away from the tower. That thing don't care. It'll take long distance, like in a heartbeat. But unfortunately, I didn't have that thing on me that day. But hey, that would have been nice.
What do you recommend there? I'm going to get a booster for my house, because that's what we're doing our live off of right now is my cell phone. And at times it gets spotty. So I'm looking at getting a booster to get our signal upgraded.
Yeah. So, yeah.
You
can get a booster, or if your device allows external antenna, you might actually be better off with external antenna, put it on the rooftop and just direct it towards where your tower is. And that actually, a lot of times it works even better than boosters. Boosters, all it does is it repeats the signal, so there's a slight delay in the signal. So if you're live streaming or something similar to that, it might have a problem for you. But other than that, I would usually recommend people actually to do direct antenna to the device and put an antenna on the rooftop.
Yeah, there's a number of different types of those you can get. There's directional antennas, there's omnidirectional antennas, and
yeah, if it's a house, I always recommend directional antennas just because it's static. But if you're dynamic, like you're in an RV, depending on your knowledge, if you know how to direct an antenna, you're better off with directional. If you're not, if you don't want to, if you just want to install it and never touch it again, then you're in a directional, obviously.
So glad y'all came.
I've
That's
installed
awesome.
internet connections on a lot of RVs and semi-trucks and things like that. And I've installed like TV services, like private TV services with private wireless systems. So yeah, it's a lot of fun, to be honest, because if you guys ever, like a year later, right now we're switching company, we're going to work for it at least for 1 year. A year later, if you want to get me to your guys' house, you know, me and my wife, we travel once in a while, pretty much what we do, but we call it workaway. And we stay at other people's houses. In exchange, we help them with whatever needs they have, either what they be like computer related or just general farm help or whatever you have, you know, throw at us.
We have a question here. We have a question here in the chat. Would any of these boosters work with Wi-Fi to iPad camera live stream?
I would recommend, it depends on circumstance. I would recommend, if it also, like one thing, the distance, if it's like 100 yards to 200 yards, you might get away with regular Wi-Fi if it's line of sight. But if it's more than that, you might need to do either a mesh Wi-Fi system, or you might want to actually go away from that and create a new hotspot next to the iPad where it's streaming from, and make a wireless bridge with directional antennas. And directional antennas, they're like $45 each.
Okay.
Are you fixing to sell your camper?
Daryl wants to upgrade. He wants a toy hauler.
Ah.
But that means we'd also have to get a golf cart.
Well, I don't know if you know those guys, Bornhoff Farm. They're in East Tennessee in Bulls Gap. And they're really awesome family. They're just family farm. They have some sheep and pigs and like over 100 chickens and stuff. We stayed there for over a month, and I built them a network, the whole network pretty much from scratch while they were doing remodeling there. So pretty much I built them so that when they walk around the whole property and their property, the walkable area pretty much like where you don't have to hike, like fields and everything is covered with Wi-Fi, and you'll never lose a connection ever. You can talk on Skype and walk, or live stream and walk around property. It'll hop from one access point to another. You'll never notice it.
Sure. I used to do that inside the plants.
Yes. Schools do the same thing, and then stores do the same thing. Unless you're in Walmart. Walmart, they don't have a wireless controller, I noticed. A lot of them don't have it. So they pretty much just put a whole bunch of access points with same name and no password, and they just hope it'll work. But if people are like live chatting, like FaceTime or something, that can cause them some problems while they're moving around the store. In my case, I always put the controller up on it. So controller always tests where the client is in the property, and if any other antenna can pick them up better than previous antenna, and it'll switch over seamlessly. But in Walmart, they hope the best just by putting a whole bunch of access points, different brands of access points, different everything, and they hope it'll work. But sometimes it just drops connection.
Yep. Mapleberry Farm, the gentleman on the phone, he and his wife travel the United States driving trucks, and they just happened to drop in at the Shindig last week. They heard about it, and it was in the area that they were in. So over the weekend they dropped into that, and he has a hobby of computers and networking and Wi-Fi devices. So
yeah, anything wireless, not only Wi-Fi, anything wireless, literally like two-way radios, customized radio communication systems, or custom video transmissions and things like that. Anything to do with wireless transmission, I'm on it. You know, if I don't know it, I'll find it out. That's my pretty much thing about it. If I don't know something, I'll find a way to make it happen. And if it fails, I'll come back and fix it, or I'll do it another way. But I'll make it work eventually.
Yeah, his channel is The Other Life. If you want to check him out, and
yeah, they've been putting his link up.
Okay, yeah, just
yeah. So yeah, pretty much. If you guys like have any questions or anything like that, you can always either leave a comment or find me on Facebook. It's Ikishov, IKISHOV. So yeah, find me anywhere, and we can go from there. I'm open to talking to people. I always connect with other YouTubers. Like, we find things to do together. There's another YouTube channel there. He's less of a homestead, but he's more of an off-grader guy in Arizona, and I talk to him a lot, and we talk electrical stuff. So I can help with a lot of things. Like, if I happen to be in your area, there's a good chance I might even buy on a truck. If we have spare time, I'll do that in a heartbeat. Yeah. But So yeah, as a matter of fact, right now we're in, let's see where we are, in Red Bay, Alabama, and we're heading for Mississippi right now. So we have 58 miles to go for our delivery. Right now we're going to Toyota plant. So, and my wife is driving, so that's why I'm talking.
Well, that works out pretty well, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It does.
Well,
hey, Triple H, I'm kind of curious. Triple H Farms, you said you come to the Shindig. You had 8 subs. How many do you got now?
Say that again?
I was asking somebody on the chat, and they said they came to the Shindig with 8 subscribers on their YouTube channel. And I'm curious how much if they gained any from the Shindig.
No. On my YouTube channel, the American channel, when I came there, it was like actually about 55-ish, something like that. Right now, I'm looking at it, it's 134. So thanks a lot to you guys.
All right, good deal. Well, thank you for helping us out.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna be sure to make some videos and post it and show you guys how we're earning money to become a homesteader ourselves. So our goal right now is to become debt-free. So that way we don't own anything. Our company tried to get us to become owner-operators. I said no, because I don't want to have another debt. So right now we're switching companies for bigger pay and more miles and everything like that. So that's even better. And we are planning to work our tails off until we get enough money to buy land, then work a little bit more, and then visit a few homesteads, and then start our own. That's pretty much our big picture goal.
Well,
and we are just entering Mississippi.
Well, it sounds like a good, solid plan, and we want to thank you so much for stopping in. And do stay in touch.
Yeah,
there's a lot of great people here. I'm sure that that some of these people have subbed you. I know that we have.
Yeah.
And we do regular live streams 2 or 3 a week. So.
Sounds perfect.
Jump on anytime.
Yeah, thanks for taking my call, and you guys have a great evening today.
You too. Take care.
Yep. Thanks.
All right. Bye-bye. God bless.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye. Okay. Lone Star Living. Sorry you're super late. Well, we got another phone call. This is Daryl. Who's calling, please?
I don't know. Can you guys guess?
Can we guess?
Keep on
talking. Is it Allison?
Do I have a Yankee accent?
Just say coffee.
Coffee. Where's my coffee?
See, I knew right away.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm tired.
Are you home?
No. I'm somewhere in Pennsylvania.
Oh, okay.
Not really sure where.
Okay.
Did you go to Baker Creek?
Oh my gosh, I got to Baker Creek. Shindig was better, I have to say. But anyway, somewhere between, now this is what a hot mess I am on the way home. Somewhere between Baker Creek and, I guess, Illinois or Indiana. I lost my debit card.
Oh, Lordy.
Oh, no.
And she's laughing about it.
Oh my gosh. I stopped. I tore the car apart. I don't know what I did. I dropped it somewhere. Whatever. It's fine. And it took me about an hour to find a spot where I had Wi-Fi to hurry up and take all the money in my account and transfer it to my daughter. Although I'm thinking I transferred all that money to an 18-year-old's bank account. Oh,
that's scary. I hope she didn't notice it.
She's probably at the mall right now.
She's looking up and go, "Thank you, mother. Thank you, mother."
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Whatever.
Only you, Allison. Only you.
Whew. That's what I get for going on vacation. But anyway, I have to tell you guys, I had a wonderful time with everyone. And Ben and Andrea, your kids are wonderful. You should be so proud.
Mm-hmm. Totally.
Thank
agree.
you so much.
To see how they chip in and to watch your son help Daryl, even after being so exhausted after that, did a long day, that says it all. And
well, thank you.
all should, yeah, it was a good time. But
they loved all of y'all. They had a great time.
Yeah, it was awesome, I have to say. And I had the best view coming out of my hotel room. I have to tell you, getting up in the morning and walking out and looking out over the farm fields, it was the best spot up there on the hill. It really was good.
I'm glad you liked it.
Yeah, it was fun.
I wish we could have hung out more here around the farm or something, but maybe next time.
Yeah, maybe we'll trade daughters one time. I'll take Em for the summer. You can have Taylor.
She does want to go to
my
New
daughter
York.
would never come home. But anyway, it was
Neil.
great, and I want to thank you guys.
Come here. Hold on, Allison.
All right, you guys have a good night. Take care.
Hold on,
Hold on,
Allison.
hold
Hold on.
Hold on.
Emily.
Yeah.
Hold on, Allison. Don't go nowhere.
I'll go get her.
Homesteaders video child swap. Yeah, that'll go far, won't it?
Yeah.
Folks, this is a woman that we've chatted, over a few months now, right, Allison?
Yeah.
And just in the last week, since all this Shindig stuff going on, we chatted almost every day, couple times a day, and I swear to God, this lady and I are related somehow.
I bet you can go back.
Good
I
Lord.
bet you we are.
Oh, yeah. You can say coffee and I'll say dog.
Yeah. And we both got the grandmothers with the pantyhose around the knees.
And the moo-moos.
Okay, everyone's wanting to swap with your daughter because you've given her all your money. So there's a lot of people willing to swap children with you.
She's got bank accounts too. Oh, that's funny. I tell you what. I don't know. She's gonna have a rude awakening when she gets one. As soon as I get back in town and run to the bank.
Hey, Allison.
Yeah.
Up there, Grandma.
What's that?
The kids are telling you hi.
Hey there, Grandma.
Hey. My new grandchildren. It's wonderful.
To New York.
Yeah,
it's amazing how
Emily's
many
eyes
family
just
members.
got about as big around as Coke cans.
Yep, it's amazing how many family members you can adopt because of this, isn't it?
I know. It was wonderful. I really regret not having my kids with me because I think they too would have gotten so much out of it. And, I have to agree with Big Bear when you talk about how sometimes you live in a community where you feel like you can't be who you are.
Mm-hmm.
And yet you find people in other parts of this country that then you feel comfortable being yourself. And that's the best part about all of this, is that it's not just about the homesteading. It's about a lifestyle. And it's about who you are as people. And I thought about it on the way home. It's like you turn on the news and you hear about all the horrible things in this world. The news should have been there. The media should have been there to see all the goodness there is.
That's right.
And they're not there. But hopefully through YouTube and everyone's channel spreading, it around, you start to find really good, decent people in this world. And it kind of gives you a renewed hope. So
exactly.
It was awesome.
I feel the same way.
Yeah, it was great. That's all I can say. It's just, I don't know, I left with so much renewed energy, feeling like, yeah, you find your people. Exactly.
Found your people.
There's your peeps,
Yeah,
So,
exactly. I think I saw that on somebody's shirt.
Next year we spell people with two little chicks in the middle.
That's a good idea.
And folks, this woman here that's on the phone drove from Long Island, New York to Arkansas, and she was going home with hatching chickens. Now you tell me.
I'm going to be a stepmother to Jeff's babies.
That doesn't even sound right.
That doesn't sound right.
No, it doesn't. Not everybody goes home with hatching chickens, you know. Can you imagine if she was pulled over? Ma'am, what are those? Hatching chickens.
Well, ask her what was in the ice chest. Did you take a sip of your raw milk?
Oh, I put it in my coffee. Or did I say
my
coffee?
My coffee. You know, the one thing about heading south, you go to a gas station, you stop to a coffee shop, nobody has milk for the coffee. It's all this half and half or these creamer things. I don't drink creamers. So I was like, oh, I'll just go out to the trunk of my car. So I'm in the parking lot at a gas station with my cup of coffee on the hood of my car, opening up a little glass jar, pouring in some lights. So people probably look at like, what is wrong with that woman?
Well, it's
Spiking your coffee.
It's about as bad as us going to the hotel after dinner on Friday night, and was it? I forget who it was. Brought me a fig sapling and a mayhaw sapling, and he says, "Aren't you the one that asked?" And I go, "Yeah." He says, "Come here." So here I am, man, following this man to his trunk. He opens up this trunk, and it's like a greenhouse. It's like he's dealing out of his trunk.
Reap what you sow.
Listen.
Yep, exactly.
As long as it wasn't some crazy looking tomato plant, you're good.
Yeah.
Really honest officer. I was at a homesteading shindig. Yeah, they're going to know what you're talking about. Sure.
Although I do have some tomato plants on the front seat too, so, well. And tell Daryl, I wasn't playing in my dirt anymore on the way up, and my fingernails still got dirty. I don't know what happened, but I think the dirt was in my pocketbook.
Wait till your daughter sees her car that you give back to her.
Oh my gosh, I got in this morning. The rabbit manure.
The country girl just said, ask her about the rabbit poo.
Oh no.
Oh,
did it get that wet?
I don't even know if I can air it out good enough, but thank God she's got a baby. I'll ask her. She left a dirty diaper in the car because it's getting a little right.
Oh, wow.
Country girl, I thought you were going to bed.
What'd you have, 2 or 3 bags of rabbit manure in the back?
I've got 2 big bags. I've got like 20 pounds of rabbit manure.
Yes, folks, and she lives on Long Island.
She's gonna kill me. That's all right.
There's no doubt.
Get over it.
Meemaw's Happy Homestead said, we got some funny looks carrying our 2 gallons of kombucha and plants from the hotel. There's no doubt in my mind.
You know what? I thought about trying my kombucha on the way back home, and I thought, I don't know how many rest stops there are. I better not do that.
They make adult diapers.
Oh, God, no. And then I'm really over the edge.
Oh.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's getting late. I'm going to let you guys go. Thanks again for everything. All the great laughs. I had a wonderful time.
Yeah, drive careful.
I'll be there next year.
Awesome.
So are we.
Allison, thank you so much for calling.
We had a blast, Allison.
It was a pleasure meeting you.
Okay. All right, thanks. You guys too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. I know it's getting a little late.
Oh, Lordy.
But if Haskins family would want to call in, I know they were part of the show. And if you
think they missed it, but we'll see.
Yeah. So I wanted to this. Well, this is Daryl. Who's calling, please?
This is Tasha.
Hi, Tasha.
How are you?
I'm just fine.
That's awesome.
What and what channel are you with?
We are actually with Triple H Farms.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
Cool.
Met you Saturday.
Yes, we did. So excited. When we actually went to the Shindig, we had 8 subscribers. And then when we left, we had like 15. And then last night we checked, we had like 20. And this morning we had 30. And I was just told we had 49. So,
Awesome.
oh my goodness, I'm like, I started crying.
Well,
That's awesome.
Welcome to the community.
Yes, welcome to the community. And
You found some people.
And just so you know, we do these every Monday night.
That's awesome. This is the first one I've been on, so we're just a small farm starting out. You know, we have chickens, ducks, geese, rabbits.
Well,
We're in the process.
Southern Blessed Homestead just said you have 50.
We have 50.
So
Wow.
So that
so
means,
share with everybody the area you live.
that means others are subscribing to you while you're chatting.
Yeah, share.
That's awesome. Thank you so much.
Share with everyone the area that you live, you know, and what animals you have and things like that.
Well, we actually live about 10 minutes from the Hot Springs Village. We don't actually live in the village. We live just outside of it. So we live in Hot Springs, Garland County. We've been here for about 4 years and just wanted to start, you know, living off our land, basically, becoming a little bit more self-sufficient. So we started out with just chickens, then we got ducks, and then we got geese, and then we got rabbits. So it's been a steady climb and a steady crawl, but I am so excited to be where we are. It's always been my dream of having my own farm. Just, you know, never knew exactly. I see you, single dad. That's awesome. I never knew exactly where we're going to go with this, but God has actually taken us in the right direction.
Well, and I see in the chat here you're up to 55 now, so
62.
62.
I think 62.
Wow. Oh my gosh. Thank y'all so much.
That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about.
Absolutely.
Well, what
I
was your
never
favorite
knew
part of the
we would
shindig?
even get to 50, you know?
Yeah, what was your favorite part of the shindig? Ben wants to know.
My favorite part of the shindig, honestly, is just meeting everybody, being able to talk with everybody and seeing where they're standing to this day. Because my ultimate dream is, you know, to have cattle. I want to have, you know, a couple hundred head of cattle. I grew up in around cattle, so I absolutely love it. But here where we live, we only have about 3 acres. But my in-laws, they actually have about 40 acres. So, I mean, we're going to be getting cattle pretty soon, I hope. They're at my in-laws and just driving over there and taking care of them and stuff. So.
Well, and apparently you have some elderberry stories or something. I see some people talking.
Yes, we do. I am like so happy about elderberry. Like I tell everybody about it. I was on 23 different kinds of medication at the end of last year. And right now, to this date, I am not currently taking any medications.
Are you the one that said that you drink elderberry 3 times a day?
I do. I take elderberry 3 times a day. What I do is I mix it either in lemonade or orange juice because I can't stand the tart taste. So I mix it in either lemonade or orange juice and drink it like that.
She don't do syrup. She does elderberry juice.
Yeah, it does have a tart taste.
And that also helped you lose weight, didn't you say that?
Yep. I actually started at almost 300 pounds, and I'm down to 240 pounds.
Wow. Very awesome.
So, yeah, elderberry has helped me so much. I'm able to get up every day and take care of the farm. My husband currently works a full-time job here at Coke in Hot Springs. So, I mean, it has been, a godsend. Elderberry has. I mean, it's just helped me in so many ways. I was on about 75 milligrams of diuretic, and I'm off of that now because I have Meniere's disease. It's a inner ear vertigo disorder. So I have lost all of my hearing in my right ear and starting to lose more and more hearing in my left ear. So right now, all I do is I take elderberry 3 times a day. We have about 60 plants right now here on our farm. And with these 60 plants, we plan on, having juice for ourselves and helping others as well.
Very good.
That's awesome.
Yes.
I brought home from the gathering in Mississippi because Broussard Homestead were selling elderberry saplings there. I brought home 6, and I was so afraid they were all going to croak while we were gone, and they all have green leaves and growing, and I can't wait to get them out here.
Yeah, ours is. You can see on our YouTube page. We just did a elderberry video. Ours is actually showing leaves now. I mean, they're about 3 to 5 inches tall, of little sprouts on the end of the elderberry stalks. So we are over excited on doing this elderberry. More for ourselves, but hey, if it'll help others, here, you have it. Mm-hmm. Take it.
Yeah.
Well,
there was a lot of people looking for elderberry down at the Shindig.
Yeah.
Well, I think you found a lot of good friends and a fantastic community to be a part of.
Yep.
Absolutely. Sure. I think so too. And we actually talked to Ben because he had some elderberry there. And I mean, I was excited to see that somebody else had elderberry because we have been trying to find, people around us and kind of getting an elderberry community. If I don't have it, I could come to somebody else and be like, hey, so-and-so needs elderberry, because I mean, as soon as I juice it and I say I have 10 jars ready, they're gone. Absolutely gone. By the end of that day, every single one of them are gone. So I am so excited, and I've had friends and family tell me now that they're starting to lose weight, and it's helping them get off some medicines. So I'm so stoked about it.
Did you say you had a page on Facebook?
Yes, we do.
What's it called?
It's the same thing, Trip H Farms. Or it might be under Triple H Farms.
Oh no, it's Trip H. You got it. Because I just liked it, and I'm gonna post. Is it okay if I post it here if anybody's on Facebook?
Yeah, absolutely.
Ben,
oh yeah.
Ben, are you seeing in the chat there from a Ruben S. West Tex? Do y'all think elderberries will grow in Southwest Texas?
I don't see why not.
Absolutely.
I would assume they would.
They
love hot
rockiest
weather.
soul here in Hot Springs. We are living on the rockiest piece of land, probably in Hot Springs total. And we don't have any problem with growing it. And you just have to make sure it has plenty of water.
Elderberries are pretty easy to grow, and they grow everywhere. If you really know what you're looking for, you can find them in the wild.
Yes.
Country Homestead Preacher said they got one of our elderberries, and what's the best place to grow it? Ours are just out in the middle of the front yard in full sun.
If you've got a spot that has a little creek by it, they love that.
But ours is just in the yard.
Yep.
They grow in the road ditches and in the woods around here. I just didn't know what I was looking for, and I was leery of going and picking berries and feeding them to our family, not knowing exactly what they were. But now that I know, they're everywhere.
Right. Southern Blessed asked, she drinks plain elderberry. No, what I do is I don't drink it plain. I actually mix about 8 ounces in either a glass, a jar or a jug of either orange juice or lemonade, and I pour it in a cup from there and drink it. Or if I have a bottle of water, I love it in water too. I have a little squirt pump in my refrigerator, and what I do is I put just a half a squirt of it in my bottle of water, and it kind of tastes like flavored water.
Huh. Good idea. Good idea.
Yeah, I try to be a little bit more frugal with it because, it's harvest season is coming upon us here in September, October, so we're getting low on it.
Well, see, if I knew Ben and Andrea had those, I would have asked for some when I was almost tipped out of the little.
That would have been a good time.
Yeah, that would have been.
He owed you at that point.
I hope y'all had a fun ride.
I didn't leave right after that. I was cool.
Yeah.
Let's do it again.
Well, yeah, Ben. The first time I understand the slowness, just to get a feel for the course, I was waiting for the second trip, full steam.
Don't tempt him. He should have been a NASCAR driver.
Yeah, come on back. We'll go again.
Oh, you called NASCAR
She's at
driver?
88 subs.
I am up to 88 subs, guys. Oh my goodness.
Yep.
I'm
12
so stoked.
people.
Yes.
Surely there's 12 people in here that hadn't went.
12 more people.
Let me see.
Searching Sabrina, you are at 180.
Awesome.
There's 99 in here watching right now.
Wow. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for your subscribers.
It's great
I'm
to
just
learn.
so blessed.
Yeah, it's great to learn from everybody because everyone has something different.
Now, how many videos do you got out?
How many what?
How many videos?
How many videos?
We have, I think we're up to 3 or 4 videos now.
They have 3. They just started doing it a week ago.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's pretty good.
That's awesome.
So yeah, you're doing fantastic. So now what you have to do is put 4 videos out this week, and then next week you have to put out 5, and then the week after that you have to put out 6.
And they just joined the small YouTube homesteaders group on Facebook today.
Yep. So it's just you just.
I know I'm the one who approved you.
I'll tell you, we started making videos last January, and we were very inconsistent about it, but we did do them at least, I'd say, once a week, don't you think?
Yeah.
But from January until I know in May when we went to Baker Creek, we had 12.
Yeah.
So from January to May, we got 12 subscribers. So
and that was mainly people right here, local family.
that was probably like our moms. So if it goes slow, this is for everybody, but just keep at it. That's what I tell people. That is the secret of YouTube, is the ones that stick with it. That's the secret.
Yeah.
People have to have time to get to know you.
See, ours does the peak. It'll get real high or get a lot of subs real quick. Then we hit some really slow times.
All the time.
Yeah.
We've never had a video even remotely go viral.
No, our most watched videos got 3,000 views.
Ours get consistent views, but we've had 0 videos to go
just
go crazy.
Okay,
We just haven't had
a we have a non-homesteader in the chat here. I see David, the producer. His wife is she does the the
Look at
podcasts.
Me. You're on your own.
She does podcasts, and she's pretty big in the podcast world. So, and
awesome.
That's awesome.
But we've leastwise I've met him in a different channel. If you want to, David, a producer, if you want to just say a little bit about what she does with podcasts, it's another form of getting the word out of, if you have something to say and sharing it with people.
Springfield Ridge Farms just asked if we'd do an Elderberry video for experience. I do have one out. It is actually on our YouTube channel. So.
And
I don't.
In Sampson Farms.
Go ahead.
VW Family Farms may not have the viral views, but he is working on it with taking people around the property there. He's getting it lined up so that he'll get the camera set up while he's diving down through the mud holes. He'll get a viral video.
I could have helped him.
He'll get a viral video.
Right.
Well, we do got some really consistent viewers. That's one thing.
We have very loyal viewers and subscribers.
For the amount of subscribers that we have, we get really good views that we are really, really happy with.
And this small YouTube Homesteaders Facebook group that just got posted, that's an awesome group.
Yep.
Everyone should definitely join that if they can.
And post your videos to it. Get your name out there.
Yeah, we actually just joined it, and I mean, within a matter of minutes, everybody was welcoming us, and I mean, it was just like, wow, there really is a family to this.
Oh yeah, you found your people.
That's true. That's awesome. Pure Heart is, do you use the Elderberry only? I don't know what they meant by that.
I don't know if that would be when you make it. That's all you use is the. I mean, my mom used to make pies and jellies out of elderberries.
Well, like us, we put honey in our elderberry juice to make a syrup.
Maybe he's saying, do you only use the elderberry berry, or are you putting other spices stuff in there too?
Okay. No, we only use the elderberry. We just squish the berries and make the juice out of it. We do not add any other sugars or additives or anything else to it.
Single Dad said it's the kids.
Yeah.
They have wonderful.
That's probably true.
They have wonderful kids.
At the gathering, a lady walked up to Emily and she said, "Okay, your mom and dad are fine, but I came to meet you and your brother." And that made her day.
Yes, there is juice and syrup, and of course you can also do other things with elderberry. You can make jams, you can make pie fillings,
and yes, you can dig them up and move them,
and you can even make wine
or starts.
Yeah, that's where a lot of mine come from, the starches.
When you dig them up and move them, you need to dig kind of a big, dig wide around it,
right, to get
so
the
you make sure you get all the roots and everything.
Right. Yep. Exactly.
All right, guys, I'm going to jump off here and give somebody else a chance to call in. And thank you so much for the subscribers. Thank you so much for getting our name out there. We definitely are blessed to have y'all in our family now. So thank you.
You're stuck with us for life now. You are up to 94 subscribers.
Oh my goodness! Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Okay.
Wow.
And I see Sharon Brasher is asking how hard is it to identify them in the wild, and we'll just let Andrea handle that.
Yeah, because I don't know very much about identifying in the wild. We actually bought ours from a local farmer. So.
Yeah, and Andrea has just gone through that where she was hesitant before, but now she knows them like the back of her hand. So go ahead and share that with us.
Awesome.
Once you, that's why I got them. And once they start blooming, the ones in the wild are blooming at the same time, and they're super easy to identify. Because everything the ones in my yard are doing, I can see them everywhere. So it's not hard. You just kind of get someone who knows what they're doing, or get you an elderberry bush and put it in your yard to learn about them.
Yep.
That's
really
funny,
good.
Sabrina.
No, I was reading Allison's.
After our first.
Yes, that's hilarious.
After our first harvest, we're going to be selling the elderberry cuttings. So that will be something we will put on our Facebook page when that time comes. For anybody that's interested in starting, elderberry, we'll just be selling the stobs, a couple bucks a piece.
Cool.
And they're really easy to grow. I mean, all we did is we just stuck them down in dirt, 2 of the little nobes down in the dirt to create the roots, and then 2 on the top. And they've been growing like wildfire. And we water them about 2 inches of water a day. So we want ours to be very juicy. So that's how we're doing it. We've got a soaker. We try to automate everything around our farm because, like I said, my husband works full time, and I'm trying to do everything myself. So we actually automated it with soaker hoses. So that way we can run, go out there and just turn the water on and, let it run for 10, 15 minutes and go out there and turn it off. And we have a little gauge there sitting by the elderberry, and when it fills up with the rain, we kind of subtract what we need from there, and kind of go ahead and water it a little bit more.
Yeah, Tasha,
Dan,
there's a number of people in here.
Go ahead.
There's a number of people in here suggesting video topics for you as far as identification and how long does it take to grow them, and from a cutting, how long before you get berries, and so on and so forth. So you've got a lot of content that's available to you there. I mean,
And somebody asked if it was a bush or a weed. It's a bush.
It's a bush, and Dan at Pure Hearts asked, big heads of white flowers. Yes, that's exactly what they bloom like.
Yeah.
And I got berries the first year. We planted cuttings. Mm-hmm. I got berries the first year, not a lot, but some. And the second year was a bumper crop. So they grow quickly.
And a lot of people ask me at the Shindig how long it's going to take to get berries. I went ahead and told them it would be next year, just to be safe, just because I didn't want somebody going home thinking they're going to get berries this year.
And we planted ours a little earlier than the year than this. We planted ours more in the winter.
Bandana, thank you so much for stopping in. We always appreciate you being here, and you're helping with the channel. So
very much so.
Thanks so much for stopping.
All right, thank you guys.
Thank you, Tasha.
Y'all have a great night.
All right,
See you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
That was some very interesting information. That was cool.
Okay, and folks, I know it's late, and Ben and Andrea have just been troopers here. They've had a big weekend, and we have one more phone call, and then I'm going to take the number down. This is Daryl. Who's calling, please?
Hi, this is Jerry from Farming Our Backyard.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi. I just was enjoying listening to everyone talk about the Shindig. We wish we could have made it, but it's a long haul for us. So, it was like 13 hours, like Daryl and Sherry said. We live in Ohio also.
Wow. Yeah.
See, we could
Well,
have.
we can't blame people for not wanting to drive that far.
I just wanted to say to Ben and Andrea that we're looking forward to watching videos of your cows this summer as you get them on grass, and because we also have cows, so it's just nice to see someone else on the homesteading YouTube community that has cows also. So
yeah, we're gonna do some update videos here pretty soon. I got a lot of questions at the Shindig. How are the cows doing? Is there losing any more? This and that. All the cows are doing good. All the calves are being like calves, lots of energy, running around bucking, and so we're gonna do some updates on them and just kind of some farm updates.
Cows are definitely my favorite animal. I love cows.
Yeah, we've always had cows, so I've had a soft spot in my heart for them.
Yes.
So.
I tell people it's ridiculous to be afraid of roosters and small dogs, but I can milk a cow, do vet work on a cow. I'm just comfortable with them.
Yeah, I've been. I started showing cows at the fair when I was 2 years old. So.
Wow.
Yeah. So.
People are asking, did we name the little bull? We did, and we're going to do a video this week on what his name is and why. He actually got to move out of the barn today. He's been living in the red barn, and I've been his mama. His mom was the cow that of ours that died right after we got it, and he was 5 weeks old. So he's been getting fed every day for weeks. But he's doing good.
Bottle babies aren't very much fun.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's all. I just wanted to say that we miss seeing everyone, and it's been good to see all the videos on the Shindig. So.
Yeah, there's
Thanks
been a
for
bunch
calling.
of them. I don't remember where I said it, but if you'll go to, I done a Google search of it today actually, and just put in Shindig 2019, change the settings to the last 7 days or the past week, and looked in the videos, and there was 3 pages of videos from the Shindig.
We are trying to get a playlist put together on our channel here of everybody's videos.
Awesome.
Yeah, if those that have videos will let us know, we'll add you to the playlist. That may or may not get you more views. I don't know, but it sure can help. You know, it sure wouldn't hurt to put them up there.
Yep.
Okay, well, good night, everyone.
All right.
Take care.
Thanks so much
Take
for
care.
calling. Bye-bye. Okay. Well, I can't thank you guys enough.
Yeah, Single Dad, I think I got one of your videos this afternoon. So I'll have to go back and Garden for Cheap, email on twofamilyhomestead@gmail.com, or I'm in the group that you just joined today, the small YouTube homesteaders group. I'm the one who approved you into the group. So just look for me. I'm the one who approves most everybody. So
Wow, Bobblehead's got 57 videos in a playlist.
I know he started some also. Yep.
Wow. I knew there was a lot of cameras going around.
What kind of soup am I making?
Oh,
Dear
come
me,
on
chili.
now.
I might just actually shred it up for like barbecue. I've been seeing videos on Freedom Homestead. She canned a bunch of deer meat, and that's what she does, like when they're in a hurry. So
I might have to rebel on the soup. Just eat cheesecake all night.
Well,
no, Daryl, we thank you for asking us to come on tonight.
yeah,
Thank
It
you.
was perfect timing.
It was.
we've wanted to come back on ever since our epic failure the first time we came on.
Was this a little better?
This has been a lot better.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't say,
But y'all are popular at this Monday night show.
well, it's a different format, and we love it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and we thank everybody that's in the chat. We certainly appreciate that. our moderators, our guests that we have every week. We have different guests every week. And it's just, I think the word gets overused, but it's been a blessing to us.
Yeah.
So,
Well, it has to us too.
I want to say thank you again for all your work you've done at Shindig.
And if y'all don't watch them on the other nights of the week, their other lives on Tuesday nights are like technical advice. Those are super helpful. And then Thursday nights, what are y'all on? 4 hours?
Yeah.
well, that's kind of a help promote channels.
Yes.
And it's not just homesteading; it's any type of channel that wants to join. And we kind of do a mini review. We try to help people out with their channels, because where are you going to get this information?
Right.
Yep.
You know,
it's awesome. So everyone come back to their other lives.
So
J Love, her husband wants cheesecake now. Well,
I bet there's going to be a rush on cream cheese after this live.
I still have a refrigerator full. I still have a flat full of cream cheese. Yeah.
And next Monday night we have the farm on Quail Hollow.
Oh, cool!
So that'll be our guest next week.
And has she changed her name? Yeah, has she changed her name?
She has.
Said.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have to do that. Yep.
So it's not the farm.
No, she changed it. She did that, and I go, wait a minute. But
I don't know the story behind it, but I thought it was the same.
Oh, somebody must have written down the number. Let's catch him. This is Daryl. Who's calling, please?
Yes, I'd like to order
There's no
cherry cheesecake, please.
Is that on an opossum pizza?
Is this Amber?
Hello.
They hang up.
Still shows connected.
There you are. Did I lose you?
No, we're still here.
Okay. I had to walk into the other room because TV was on.
Well, turn the TV off. Lost her again.
Thank you, Farmstead Dreaming. I can take no credit. It was mainly this guy.
Okay, yeah.
I don't need no credit.
We either lost the connection or they hung up or something. So, but anyway, so it's not the farm on Quail Hollow next week, or
no name change?
Name change.
Yes.
Well,
I think she's
still
called,
same girl, just different name.
I think she's called the Honeystead.
Yeah, the Honeystead. Yeah.
Okay. Well.
Yeah, it's still Kaylee.
Well, the guy that makes up these screens that get flashed across the front here, he wasn't informed. He wasn't on the notification list. So.
His assistant didn't tell him.
That's some pretty important information too.
She must have been busy making cheesecakes for everybody.
Okay, then we'll forgive her.
Oh, sure.
Well, what is the name? I'll fix it.
The Honeystead.
I'm sorry, say that again.
Honeystead.
HONEYSTEAD, one word.
That's what they were saying up there. And that's what I thought it was too. HONEYSTEAD.
Yes, it is. Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Take about a week. Somebody's saying take about a week and start planning for next year.
So, Honeystead will be our guest next week. Tomorrow night, as Andrea said, we do the technical show. If you've got any questions about doing different things on your YouTube channel, editing questions, maybe doing some live stream, how OBS works, anything along that line, send us an email. We can try to put a subject matter together. Otherwise, it's kind of hodgepodge. Somebody brings up a subject, we'll talk about it. But if you have a definite question on something, let me know ahead of time. So just email Two Family Homestead. For those of you that do help our channel, we sincerely appreciate it. It helps us to go out to
do these
things, to go to these shows and then bring this information back to you.
And drive all night long with a lunatic that won't stop to sleep.
And lose your awning.
And lose, oh my God, yes.
$1,200.
I don't think I'll ever put that out again. I mean, we did unroll it so we could look at it. It's real pretty. And Andrea, the funny thing is, you can see the blue underneath of it. The other one was just a plain cream color. This one you can see the color. And we rolled it right back in again because, like, okay, I saw it, and I don't have to ever roll it out again. We'll get an umbrella.
We're in the same boat.
Yeah,
we just got a new one.
Mm-hmm. We'll get an umbrella to put over our table.
Yeah, not what I wanted to spend money on.
Not again.
So,
jeez,
folks, we thank
I'll say
everybody.
that'd be 3 hours.
Yeah,
Wow.
and lose a camping awning. Yeah, that this has been a memorial, memorable. That's the word. Weekend definitely was.
And
Daryl, I'm right there with you. I'm rubbing my eyes too.
Yeah. And next weekend, we will be back down in Tennessee. We're going to
this weekend.
Well, yeah, this next coming up weekend. This will be on
Saturday.
on the 13th.
Yes.
We will be back down in Tennessee.
If anyone is in the Beach Bluff, Tennessee area, some of us are getting together, go down and help with Andy. He was in the hospital and he's not allowed to lift or do anything. He still needs his garden in. Samson Farms is bringing their tiller. We're bringing some food. We're going to supervise.
Okay, Farmstead Dreaming says in Tennessee where, so if you could repeat that, please.
He lives in the Beach Bluff area, Western Tennessee.
Well, Sharon,
we miss you so much. We're coming to see you. That's right, Samson Farms.
Yeah, Sharon says y'all need to stay in the South. Well, we've got some northern friends here too. We're going to be going and doing a hootenanny in Michigan, so
yeah.
So we like to be all around.
Samson Farm wants to know if you need any more cypress.
What
we brought home is still in the truck.
I haven't taken it out of the truck yet, but of course we just got home at 5:30 this morning.
Yeah,
so
that's why you're rubbing your eyes.
Yeah. Yeah, we didn't get a lot of sleep, and you guys were great. Last moment jumping on here.
Yeah.
Everybody, thank you for being here. Thanks for coming. With that,
It's been fun.
Go ahead, Andrea.
It's been a blast. Everybody from Doug to Jeremiah to
Jason,
Bear's rebuttal to I don't know who all.
My ribs hurt from laughing.
Yeah.
This went a lot better than our last time.
Yes.
Someone, we missed it up there, but I think it was Allison said Jeremiah and Emily need to have a bun contest.
Yeah, I saw that. Mm-hmm.
I think that's a good idea. I'm going to mention that to him.
Let us know how far that goes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Grace Homestead Farm. You have, no, it wasn't her. Who was it? Single dad. I think those cheesecake will get you anywhere you want to go. Not sure anybody can afford what I'd have to charge for them.
Well, if you need anything, you can contact us at twofamilyhomestead@gmail.com. And if we don't have the answer, we'll try to find it out for you. So
the thing is, Bobblehead, that's land with no house. I'm not one for off-gridding it.
No, I like my AC.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And running water.
Yeah. Yeah, Andy says there's supposed to be repo across the street, but he hasn't found out any information for me yet.
So, everyone, have a wonderful evening. Take care. Thanks so much for being here. And good night, Gracie.
Night, Gracie. Night, folks.
Are y'all off there?